All right, we have been live for about 10 seconds here and haven't immediately dropped a million frames, so I think we are good to go. Thank you for joining us again for another Sunday afternoon SoundGoblin Storytime here on SoundGoblin Gaming as we continue our foray into the final Zero Escape game, Zero Time Dilemma. I am, as always, your host, Bograt.
I am the Krampus.
I'm Shiv.
I'm Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
And,
but which Vincent am I?
Before we get back into the game, again, our standard boilerplate content warning here. This game involves a lot of very sensitive topics such as murder, suicide, child abuse, dismemberment, domestic abuse, and sexual assault, and it does not, unfortunately, handle a lot of those things very well. So if any of those things are things which may upset you or set off some sort of trauma trigger, this may not be the game or the stream for you. That being said, last time around, we started on the path of kind of diving into this game. We got the first quote-unquote RNG moment, which was we won a coin flip, which let us actually escape before even having to play the decision game. And then, after that, we started delving into the actual paths. We focused primarily on one of the teams, D-Team in particular. So we cleared out most of what we have available for D-Team. However, we did have one fragment left to look into, and then a few fragments where we technically had, I think, some options left to explore, but most of those are locked out at the moment. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get started first thing here with clearing up that last fragment that we haven't touched upon.
Indeed.
This one's actually going to be a pretty short one, which is part of why I didn't feel too bad about leaving it for the start of today. This is, for reference, another one that every team has a version of this particular fragment. And this also creates a set of the divergent timelines.
So to interrupt for a second, Bograt, you're coming in a little soft.
Damn. Won't even
And or the
budge.
game is a little loud.
Does that mean it's locked?
Well, the game is going to be loud.
Seems that way.
Yeah, I know.
Zero time dilemma.
Alright, give me a second here to adjust some things. Alright, how am I sounding now?
Oh, a lot better.
Okay. I turned the gain up in my mixer for my microphone.
Excellent.
So that means we're trapped, huh?
I also just turned the game down in general because I'm tired of being fucking
Decontamination
deafened.
That's how it's labeled on the map.
Understandable.
There are showers in here?
You need to wash all contaminants off after you return from outside. Well, in the case of nuclear war, of course.
Which means there are two exits heading to the surface. Here, in the X door in the lounge.
You're right. It looks like there's a hall to an elevator outside. I don't see how they're connected on the map, but it must be there.
Okay, then let's escape through that door.
How exactly do you propose that...
Looks like it's been welded shut.
Maybe it'll open if we push that yellow button over there.
Did you not just hear that it's welded shut?
Then what exactly is it for?
It's fine.
Should we try
Just rip it
pushing
off the hinges.
It's clearly suspect. Better not.
Right.
1809.
I mean,
Dennis
I
said it
remember
was
what happened
locked
last time we
up
pressed the button.
Around.
1330.
So we've been asleep for almost 4.5 hours.
That might not be true.
Right. Zero did say.
Once 90 minutes are up, an injector in your
I mean,
brain
again,
will
get
not-
used to it. They
Yeah.
go over this at the start of literally every fragment because it's always the intention of their memory's been wiped,
we
so
could
they have
have
no way of
woken
knowing
up and
they've already
fallen
had this
asleep several
conversation
times since
14
then.
times.
But
You know how
just don't
visual
remember
novels
anything.
sometimes have the option, and by sometimes a lot of the times have the option of skipping the dialogue you've seen before?
It's highly
Yes, but we haven't seen this
unlikely
dialogue
the
before 'cause we haven't been in
able
this
to
room yet.
survive.
Yep.
Why?
You even have
No,
to
just something very
ask.
close.
Diana voted against the plan on the note and chose C-Team.
This
Whoa,
is some
wait, hold up.
excellent
What are you saying?
padding
Diana
they've got
voted
going.
for Q Team.
However, this is actually
that
a
right?
significant part of the
I'm sorry. Well,
dialogue here, which is a little
I
different
don't really remember.
What?
because
How is that
Diana doesn't
possible?
remember whether
How
she
could
voted
you
for C
forget?
Team or Q Team.
After the vote
Uh,
in 1330, he told us we wouldn't be injected
Vi
with the amnesia
distinctly
meds.
remembers her voting for C
Right,
Team,
I remember it exactly.
while
Diana had
Sigma
chosen to
distinctly
vote for
remembers
Q
her
Team.
voting for Q
No!
Team.
I know for sure that she definitely voted for C Team.
Nonsense. You must be out of it.
You're the one out of it, you senile old fart. No. Wait. Don't tell me. Jumped?
Did you two who can travel through time remember there's time traveling shenanigans?
What Sigma was going on about back in DCOM? Well, it's all true.
That being said, I will tell you outright,
And he was saying
this
mankind
particular
was destroyed.
situation that they find themselves in here is specifically the
Do you
situation
mean
that
exactly?
occurs when everybody does
you
follow
mind
the plan, so
explaining?
nobody dies due to
Even
the
if I
vote
did?
at 1330.
I don't think you'd believe
Hmm.
me.
Ah,
It's highly likely you won't even understand. You see, the things Sigma and I have been through are, complicated and mysterious.
Does that mean your consciousness came from the future? 2074?
Yes, but that's not exactly right. Sigma and I both originated from the current world of 2028. Our consciousnesses were sparked by a specific event into jumping forward to 2007.
Okay, Jesus, music, settle the fuck down.
1994. We returned to April 2029, where we lived 45 years normally through time. In January 2074, our two consciousnesses were booted to the past again, and essentially ended up at this point in time, Christmas of 2028.
Okay, but why? Don't worry about it, it's stupid and complicated.
See, you don't understand, do you?
It doesn't have to make sense. You only
Oh, I've
need
got
to
this one,
believe
Fi.
us.
Let me tell you
About what happens in the future?
about termites.
Correct.
no,
I just
no,
fucking
we're not doing this
exit.
again.
I have to know then. Why was mankind destroyed?
It's not exactly destroyed. It isn't
There's
as
some
if there aren't
remnants.
any survivors left.
Like 5 or
A
10.
large number are.
Yes, the dead number 6 billion.
Ish.
It's all because of Radical 6, a horrific virus that affects the human brain. It spread quickly
In various and
worldwide,
plot convenient
and
ways.
began heading to extinction.
The location the virus originated at was the experimental facility, DCOM. That was what we were told, anyway. Some of the information appears to be incorrect, though.
How so?
This is just a guess, but I think Radical 6 wasn't leaked from DCOM. I've got a feeling it came from this shelter instead.
Regardless, back then we believed it all started at DCOM. So we infiltrated the facility as subjects to prevent the release of the virus. With Akane's help.
Akane?
She's the leader of a secret group called Crash Keys that wants to save the world. Using the organization's assets, we hacked the admin server and altered the original subject list and data.
I see. I mean, it all seems so fake. I could hardly keep up with all of it.
We're not lying.
It's true.
Even if it sounds like we're making it
Alright
up off the
then.
top of our heads.
I'd like to go back for a second. Fi, you said you jumped earlier, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean...
A little late, perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results. All three groups have voted for different teams. Therefore, none have been executed.
Apparently you motherfuckers don't understand the point of this game.
I'm so glad.
I can't say this is an ideal situation for any of us involved. In appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game. Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed. I will give you one last chance. A single action from you may result in your escape from the depths.
So 5 of them die of natural causes.
It's simple. I shall show you.
So they weren't killed. They just died.
Or rather, 4, even. So that means they're just in there, they're just stuck in there. 4 of them die from natural causes.
The other 2 teams are listening to a message just like this one. In their ward's decontamination room.
That can't be.
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each. Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
What? Hydrofluoric acid?
It's not only a
I remember that
to
familiar.
melt a body, but it even dissolves.
Yeah, so this is the same room where they set up the bomb in that other ending.
Seems unnecessary.
That welded shut door is the one they were planning on blowing open.
Using it will kill the other teams, and you will obtain the needed X passes to escape. I have one final thing to tell you. The early bird gets the worm. After the first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit is 3 minutes. What will you do? Will you press it or refuse? It is
Or will you
ultimately
just grab the
up to
shower
you
heads
to
and aim them at the door?
Showerheads don't really
Wait,
move or
don't!
pivot at all.
I'm doing it to protect you too.
They look like the
What?
handheld type,
It's
actually.
not to escape.
I mean, there are
Of
those
course I
ones,
don't
and
want
then
to
there are
kill the
also
other
the ones
teams.
on the pipes up above.
But if we don't act, we're the ones who die.
It's not for certain. If no one pushes it before 3 minutes are up,
But if we wait, all 3 teams will be killed. The acid will melt even our bones, and all that's left will wash down the drain. Is that how you want to reunite? To hug and cry together in the drain? By then, we wouldn't even be able to
Damn,
see or
Sigma.
hold them.
Wait, Sigma! Please calm down!
How could I possibly do that? Someone on another team could be pushing the button right now as we speak.
Just listen, please! Zero did say that we had 3 minutes. But he never said what would happen once the time limit ended.
she's right.
Because that
3
tends to be
minutes
what he
is just a
does.
space of time. There's still a chance nothing will happen after the deadline is over. It must mean that we're being tested to see how much we all trust.
Please believe, Sigma. Trust the other teams.
Wow. Unfortunately, Team Q is one of them.
I was gonna say, what's his name? Eric?
Yeah.
I'm sure he is running to the button right now, and what's her face is tripping him up.
If we don't actually
they
have to
have
wait
to-
3 minutes, we get 10 seconds.
Oh, thank God.
So are we pushing it?
We're gonna not push it at first. We'll come back in a second and do the push
Okay.
route.
Got it.
And Eric kills us all.
Almost certainly. Basically 10 seconds until someone else pushes it.
Yeah.
No, it's just a. I believe the intention is like all the discussion and
Yeah.
debate has taken roughly
See?
2.5 minutes or so.
I told you, didn't I?
Ah, okay.
None of the others pushed the button. So that's proof that the other teams can be trusted to cooperate.
Because remember, the 3 minutes was from when Zero stopped talking, basically.
It seems
And there was that whole time, like, Sigma went to go push the button, and then they're like, no, don't do it, like, blah, blah, blah.
I never said the showers would activate as soon as the button was pressed.
And yeah, see, those shower heads are hella fixed.
Yet to learn whether the button has been
Also, they're not asinine enough to make you actually sit there for 3 minutes
What?
and not press the button option.
And when?
I mean, let's be real, I would not put it past this series.
Then the anesthetic will...
I get it now.
Don't tell me we'll be asleep when...
Now, it is time for you to sleep. When next
Oh,
you
shit.
wake, know that you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes.
Or you'll be dead.
Dreams.
About that.
Well, there's a thing that happened at a point in history.
So, this doesn't lead directly to anything. Just kind of gives us that.
Yeah.
Wow, we don't even know if it's a game over. Damn.
Well, it's not, but
In some universes, it is.
I was gonna say.
that's true.
Remember, there are divergent timelines here. There absolutely exist timelines in which we don't push the button and nobody else does. There exists a timeline in which we push the button and we do not push the button and Team C does. There exists a timeline in which we do not push the button and Team Q
Diana,
does. All
what
of
did you
these
just-
exist concurrently and in
You
parallel.
kidding me? You
Yeah.
just finished begging me to trust the others. What the hell was all that for?
I'm a hypocrite.
me,
What can I say?
Diana!
The voice in my head
I
told me
don't
to.
know. I don't know why I pushed the button.
It's like I'm just a meat puppet.
Not again.
What do you mean?
Sigma rolls his eyes. I know that feeling.
13:30. Diana chose C team instead of going along with what was on the note. I asked her why, and she said the same thing as now. I don't know.
That's ridiculous. I don't know about that.
I know.
What?
I'm saying I know what you don't know. My thought earlier that we probably...
You made a wise decision. You sacrificed the lives of others in order to continue your own survival. It truly is a natural human reaction. You simply made an emergency evacuation. The action is legally justifiable.
No, it
There is no
isn't.
blame to be placed on you for your decision. Now, I'm sure you would like to...
Now, he is the law, so yes, it is.
But before that, I apologize. But you must all sleep again.
1929. Our time is up.
You have done exactly as I commanded. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the three of you. It would be inconvenient if you forgot you caused the deaths of others.
No! How did this happen?
Pleasant dreams.
To be continued.
A new fragment on its own.
To be continued immediately.
Yep.
Where are we?
I think it's the decontamination room.
Decontamination.
Huh. This is weird.
Weird?
I feel like I've been trapped in this room before.
You must be imagining things.
I guess.
Wait, this button.
It's the same for you, Carlos?
You feel it as well?
Yeah, not just her. I sense it too. Somehow, this button is very important.
Maybe we've forgotten about this place.
The drugs and the bracelets?
What?
So, remember how I said last time that the deaths in this game are kind of more explicit and visceral than in the previous games?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
That's not even the worst part of it.
Wow.
Yeah, enjoy
Meat
your
dump.
meaty lumps.
Hey, look what time it is. It's after midnight.
So, it's the next day?
Not just day, but year. It's 2029 now.
What a horrible start to the year.
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric. These 6 are now deceased.
Somebody hire a cameraman with a goddamn steady hand, for fuck's sake.
Look, he just found out that 6 people died because of them. Who knows what they'll do to him?
Heart, love. That is all.
Damn you, Zero!
I will never forgive him!
Oh, good. The dog's fine.
Yep.
No.
No, there is only one ending in this
Diana,
entire game where something
tell
bad
me
happens
one
to
more
Gab,
time.
and we will get to that basically at
You
the very
didn't
end.
choose to push it, did you? The button in the decontamination room.
No. For a split second, it was as if... It was as if someone had taken control of my body.
Oh, sure,
Has
game.
this
Put all the blame on
ever
us.
happened to you before? Then maybe you
This is
hit
what
your
happens
head
when you get a
somewhere.
crowdfunding chip put in
I
your
don't
or
think
crowdsource
so.
chip put in your brain.
That I can remember anyway.
Twitch plays the
What are
nonary
you
games, is
trying
what you're
to
saying?
say, Fi?
Well, I thought it might be possible it was alien hand syndrome.
Diana has alien
What?
hands?
Alien hand?
Have you
It
seen them? They're a
happens
little
very
weird.
rarely when the corpus callosum, where the right and left hemispheres connect, is abnormal. Remember, the right brain controls the left side, and the left controls the right. So if the communication paths that connect them are damaged, the left and right sides of your body may fall out of sync. Like trying to put a shirt on with your right hand, but taking it off with your left. Grabbing onto a scalding pan with your right hand while your left tries to make it let go. Or something even stranger, when your right hand attempts to suffocate you, so you use your left to restrain it. I've heard of cases where it's happened. An interesting development arises with that story.
That's just called being
Where does a
indecisive
human's
about wanting to end
consciousness
it all.
exist? Is it in the left brain or the right? When your right hand's choking you and your left's trying to stop it, that would imply that the part of you that doesn't want
When
to
my
die
right
is
hand's
in the
choking
right
me,
brain.
my left hand is occupied in
But
something
what
way
if
different than
in the
trying to
left
stop
brain,
it. Hey-o.
there's another part of you buried inside
I'm bringing
that
2
does
next
wanna
tonight.
die. So if you ever ask that person, do you want to live or die? If the
Yes.
center for speech is located in the right brain, he'd clearly say, of course, I want to live.
Because he's still
What
choking
if it's
himself.
the reverse? If the center for speech is in the left brain, then I'm sure he'd say, hurry up and kill me. There's
If that
no way
person
to
is a
know which
millennial,
one
it's a
is the true
100%.
self.
Please, I welcome the sweet
Or
embrace of death.
Perhaps it's more like they both are. It's just simply that the one who has the power of speech is more dominant.
You're
Have you
making
ever
shit up.
considered, what if your body was
This is a
split into
weird
left and
conversation
right?
for Diana to be
In
listening
that
to.
moment, where would your consciousness go? Left or right?
Hey, Fi. What are you getting at with this?
I don't really know.
The alien mouth syndrome. My mouth
Diana has an
speaks
alien
for
mouth,
itself,
too?
regardless of what I want it to do.
Awesome.
How can you be joking around at a time like this?
No, it's because we're in the situation that I brought it up.
Also, it's one of these games, and somebody has
Well,
to go ranting
like you said,
on
it doesn't
apparent
feel
nonsense.
real. Hearing the announcement or reading on the board.
You think those 6 might still be alive?
Let's keep believing.
There's no point. The 6 of them are definitely dead.
How do you know?
Well... I don't know.
Who wants hamburgers?
Hard pass right now.
You alright, Gab?
This guy doesn't know anything, does he?
He's lucky.
I know you're a bitch.
Gab was secretly in the Plague Doctor outfit the whole time.
Well, we may as well get going. Like Sigma said earlier, we shouldn't lose hope. Let's have faith that they're still alive. Besides,
Gotta have faith.
that is even more of a reason that we must keep going.
So we can go and bring back a rescue team?
Exactly.
Not much left to rescue.
Okay, so hope you remembered those X passes from a million years ago when they said them all.
I remember shift, love, age. And that was all I remember. Hurt!
You'll
I remember
have to
thinking-
buy. You can get the hell out of here.
I remember thinking love is a shitty name for Eric. Or password for him.
All right.
Yes, but shitlord doesn't fit.
I mean, it is one of his defining character characteristics in the game is his love for Mira. So,
I'm not going.
Huh?
Hey, Diana!
What?
That was an awkward run.
yeah, character animations aren't exactly always the greatest in this game.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that about?
Why did you be dumb? Why did you do that?
Wonderful acting. It's an excellent strategy. Your actions in that decontamination room. I'm surprised you thought of it so fast. At that moment, all you wanted was to get out quickly. To make that a reality, it just happened that the fastest way was to touch a yellow button and kill the other 6 participants. However, pressing the button just like that would make you a murderer, a bad person. And even if you did escape after, in a court of law, what you did would be considered bad by judge and jury. So you thought, how could I make this not as bad for me? What you came up with was oh so simple. You simply needed multiple personalities.
No!
Not to casually bring up the topic of multiple personalities. No one would believe you. The only way to make it believable was to do something unbeneficial to you. And that is why you refused to leave. We both know that Fire will bring a rescue team back to the shelter. You saw all of that in advance.
No! No, 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 no!
Let us meet again somewhere. Stop at Mata Dolorosa. I will be awaiting that moment.
Bless you.
Alright, so with that, we have effectively done everything we can on D-Team. We'll go back real quick and do the other vote on 1330, because I believe that's the only other thing we have left, because this is locked. This one we need the password for, which we don't have yet. And this one is locked. So, yes, the only thing we have remaining
is the other vote on 1330.
Yep.
Yeah.
actually remember which one we're supposed to vote for. Okay, so Q Team's voting for C Team, so we're supposed to vote for C Team in order to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Your vote.
So while we're at it, I'm going to check something real quick, because I'm curious if this shows up that early. Yes. So that Latin that Zero said there is Stabat Mater Dolorosa, roughly translates to the sorrowful mother stood.
Vote has been accepted.
Zero will
Why,
say a
Diana?
lot of random
did you vote
shit
for
in
C
Latin
Team?
because he thinks it makes him sound smart.
I don't know.
The game will always provide us a
What?
rough translation of what he
I
said,
don't know.
so we can judge just how fucking
I have
stupid
no
he is.
idea why I voted for C Team,
What are you talking about?
but it's true. Please believe me.
"90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams."
Hey, Akane! Akane!
Carlos,
Hey, what the hell is this?
It's no use. It won't come off.
It's no use.
Now for the voting results. The team who received 2 votes is you, C Team. As such, according to the rules, C Team will be executed.
Screw this!
How could this happen?
It's Diana! That bitch betrayed us!
All is necessary for fate. Give it up.
Damn it! Damn it! There's no way I'm dying here!
Please don't. Please.
Please don't. I mean, I'm just going to go to a different timeline, but please don't.
No, she won't.
Connie's on a shifter. Or a jumper.
Yes, she is.
Shifter.
She absolutely is.
No, she just has the ability to send thoughts forward to another person.
Yeah, she can talk to people via the morphogenic field. She's never jumped.
No, she jumped in Virtue's Last Reward.
No,
No, she was just old.
she's just an old woman.
No, because she knew what actually happened in the future timelines in Virtue's Last Reward.
I think it was specifically because she was told by what's his face?
Sigma.
By Sigma, yeah.
Well, with that, we have now finished off everything we can currently do for D Team. So we're going to go to the other team that has characters we actually somewhat give a shit about.
Oh, hello, C Team.
You mean the other...
For some
the
reason, an asshole Junpei.
Yep.
Trying to find...
Even though that is
I mean,
completely
I'm-
out of character for him.
I mean, I'm somewhat interested in finding out about you.
So we're going to start off here just real quick. We're going to do the other vote. Just to get that out of the way. So we can
5
see
minutes
a very
left.
similar scene to the one we just saw.
Gab's not come back.
Just with a different team having
Let's
their
just
heads
vote,
blown
Carlos.
off by explosive
Like I said,
collars.
if we forfeit...
Yeah.
I know!
Because, like, that seems really fucking necessary.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's one thing we can do.
What is it?
You remember what you wrote on the gab letter?
The what?
The message we sent the furry pigeon to deliver? C-Team is voting for D-Team, so D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team.
Yeah? So what?
So, vote for Q-Team instead.
What? Junpei, you can't be suggesting... If we do that, they'll end up with 2 votes and...
Yep, Q-Team will be out. Granted, this whole thing is assuming our initial plan works. The note makes it to D-Team, and Diana votes the way we want her to. Think about it for a second. 6 people have to die or we're never getting out of this bomb shelter. Those are the rules of the decision game according to Zero. Balancing the votes won't do us any good. We'll just end up falsely prolonging someone's death.
Junpei,
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Come on, Carlos, vote for Q-Team.
no, you can't!
Bye, Eric. I don't even feel any shadow of remorse for this one like I do when I have to do this to C-Team and D-Team.
Why?
Smart move.
Okay, that was kind of fucked up. You didn't even hesitate.
I mean, there's a kid on that side. Do you feel no remorse?
Unfortunately,
Kind of balanced out by the other two.
will be unable to participate.
Mira's fine.
Hey, you look. I was gonna say, Mira hasn't done shit.
You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision. As all members of a
So-
team will perish as a result of the vote.
Are there also timelines where all of them have betrayed
Pleasant dreams.
and voted for a different team? Or is it just one betrays per timeline?
Wouldn't that just lead to the same as none of them
Yeah,
betraying?
I mean, strictly
Yes.
strictly speaking, there probably is. The button push in the decontamination room could technically be for either of those results. So I did kind of misspeak earlier when I said that it was definitively the one where they all followed the plan. It could be the one where they all actually chose to not follow the plan, but it ends up the same way anyway.
Yeah.
But in canon,
Connie,
canon, it treats it much
Carlos.
more as if that's supposed to be the one where they did all follow the plan.
Hey!
Also,
what the hell is
fantastic
this?
RNG.
It's no use. It won't come off.
Both teams said, like, we voted to say fuck you, and both the other teams said fuck C.
Received 2 votes. It's you, C-Team. As such, according to the rule,
It's...
Yeah, we'll get to see all of them eventually. As you can see here on the flowchart, we currently have C-Team executed and all teams survived.
Yeah.
It just has one for all teams survived. It doesn't really specify whether that's because they all followed the plan or they all went against it. And the reason that one triggered, by the way, is because like the most recent vote we did was that way.
Yeah.
When we go to Q Team and do the other vote on their vote, I believe that's when we will actually see them get executed. That being said, we'll go see another familiar scene as well.
Yeah. Oh.
It's fine. It's perfectly safe. For some reason, these two let Carlos make all the choices.
Because he's the leader of the team.
Please don't.
rest in peace. To see my
It's sort of partially stated that most decisions have to be made by the team leader. Like, at the very least, Zero did specify that the team leader had to be the one to cast the vote at 13:30, stuff like that. So
What's wrong, Carlos?
Akane. So, it was a dream?
It must have been a pretty bad one. Though, seeing where we are,
I don't blame you for having a nightmare.
This is called the decontamination room?
I think you're supposed to clean off after returning from the surface. Well, that was for when there was a nuclear war and the world was contaminated.
Ah, that explains the showerheads.
Just as I thought. This won't open either.
The map shows an elevator hall beyond this door. If we came down the elevator normally, we'd be able to run into this room immediately, but...
What about that? It's connected to the lounge.
I checked it earlier, but no dice. Locked up tight.
Do you think Zero trapped us in here to make us play the decision game?
It's pretty
Almost
obvious
certainly.
at this point. 1810.
I think it was about 13:30 when we finished voting and the drug put us to sleep.
So that means we were napping like toddlers for 4.5 hours.
No, we stayed down.
Junpei, I have something I've been wanting to ask you. During the vote earlier, you told Carlos...
Come on, Carlos. Vote for Q Team. Yeah, what about it?
What about? How could you be so horrible? You
I
used
just want to see if you do it.
You'd never have said that a year ago.
Oh, like you're one to talk.
What? What happened to you, Junpei? What happened while I was gone?
I'd like to know more about you, too.
What's that, Carlos? Does that mean you're interested in me?
No. My focus is my little sister. Got no time for a love life.
Heh, so our hero of justice has a sister complex.
Junpei? Carlos really is worried about you.
Well, it's more I want to know about you both. Weren't you friends as kids? And last year you were trapped just like this and escaped together. So why?
Why the animosity, you mean? That's exactly why.
Junpei.
I've seen people die. Horrible, cruel deaths I never wanted to see. So many. I'm probably becoming numb. After what happened last year, I quit school and joined a detective firm.
Oh man. What made you want to do that?
It was all because of Akane there. She up and disappeared, so I went to a firm to try and find her. It's small, but known to work among the underground. I've snuck into places running human organ trafficking like they're trading cookies. Saw a coworker
They just put
I
newbies
just
on that
finished
for
eating
some
with
dumb
pushed off
reason.
a rooftop the other day.
Trades cookies.
Never had a by-the-book case where I just had to prove he cheated.
It's an
Every
it's an
job
organ
that
trading
passed
organization
my
run by
hands was
toddlers.
dirty and dangerous. That's
My
when
mom
I
put rum
realized
raisin in my bag. You want her liver?
aren't as beautiful as I thought. I'd only been skimming the surface all this time. So every day, after work, I'd drink myself to sleep. I slept in my bathtub with the shower running. It was the only way I was able to get the scent of blood off me. But last month, finally, I got intel through our network that Akane was joining this experiment.
So that's why you came to decom.
Yeah, I threatened those in charge and forced my way in.
And they just said yes.
At least Zero gives them
So,
soft piano music to
Akane,
listen to.
how's Santa? Aoi.
My brother.
I heard
You
about Ace.
gonna try that name one more
He's
time
stuck
there?
in jail. He has
Yeah,
a
I was gonna
escape.
say.
Owie.
Lotus is doing
Aoi,
alright.
oi.
She's working and raising her kids still.
Owie, I got an injury.
Told you this.
That detective guy, Seven. I worked with him once. We destroyed Free the Soul's headquarters.
Destroyed?
Hey, what's Free the Soul?
Oh god, no.
Religious cult. They're a freaky terrorist organization who never stop trying to create their new world.
They abducted my brother and I 10 years ago.
And the game we played last year was related to that big kidnapping case.
My brother and I were trying to track Free the Soul's movements, but... You were too, Junpei?
I came across some info on them while I was working. 7 was the one still on their trail. But I kind of think we went too far by destroying their headquarters. I'm pretty sure we pissed off their boss. I think his name was Brother.
So wait, you're saying this Zero the Second has something to do with them?
You know anything about it, Akane?
I already told you I'm not connected to this. I
You
don't know
run
why this
one
person is
death
calling
game.
themselves Zero.
Why don't you enlighten us as to why you joined DCOM, Akane?
Junpei.
Someone using that name has thrown us into a similar game. No way you can ask me to believe they're unrelated.
Stop it, Junpei. From what I can tell, Akane's the victim.
I'm here to change the future. Free the Soul is currently attempting to implement a terrifying plan. I infiltrated the experiment to stop that.
So you knew that this game would happen?
I don't know. I didn't know any specifics about all of this.
But you just said it's to change the future.
A very distant future.
So you access the morphogenetic field and...
Hold up.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, y'all are saying a lot of shit, and I'm following like 1% of it.
A little late, perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results.
Why'd he have to interrupt now?
All 3 groups
I was listening, and I think it's funny.
4 have been executed. The current death count, 0.
That's right, I'm
Oh,
dead.
boredom.
This is an ideal situation for many of us involved. It appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game. Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed.
Yeah, I made that point earlier.
I'll give you one last chance. A
Doesn't
single
care,
action
Santa.
from you
Huh?
may result in your escape from the deaths. What must you do? It's simple. I shall show you.
This is pre-recorded. Stop trying to talk back.
The other 2 teams are listening to a message just like this one. In their ward's decontamination room.
What?
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each.
Oh, that thing.
Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
Hydrogen fluoride?
It's not only acidic enough to melt a body, but it even dissolves glass and iron. Explaining what would happen if you were under it seems unnecessary.
But I'll do it anyway. It's really kind of fucking gross.
Using it will kill the other teams, and you will obtain the needed X passes to escape. I have one final thing to tell you. The early bird gets the worm. After the first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit is 3 minutes. What will you do? Will you press it or refuse? It is ultimately all up to you to decide.
Isn't it obvious?
I gotta say, Shiv,
Wait!
I
Let's think about
really
this.
feel like Japan
Get out
missed
of
the
my way,
essence of
Akane.
Taskmaster.
We need to push the button before the other teams do.
What are you saying, Junpei? Are you really planning to sacrifice everyone else so you can escape?
It's
Oh,
to
that's the
survive.
half
It's
like
kill
that's
or
the
be killed. So we need to make sure to kill them first.
Junpei, 1 year, and you've changed so much. Ah!
Junpei!
Damn you! Do you want to die? You're okay with never seeing your sister again?
Maria.
No way in hell I'm dying! I did not go through everything just to die today! Ugh!
No, don't, Carlos! If none of the teams push it, then it has to be like when we voted.
While you're wishing on a star, we'll end up killed.
Junpei!
Push it, Carlos!
Push it,
So
Carlos.
that's
Push
the
it real good.
justification, by the way, that they try and give for Junpei being a colossal asshole in this game. And honestly, I just still don't really buy it.
Yeah.
Nah, it's too hard of a swerve for his character.
Like, I could understand him being somewhat upset with Akane for the shit
It's
that
been 3
happened in
minutes.
999. I
Does that mean
cannot
none of the
justify him
teams-
constantly yelling at her
It has
and
to
literally
mean no
punching
one
her
pushed
across
it.
the fucking room.
That was the longest 180 seconds ever.
You're telling me. I'm nearly drowning in my own sweat. Like I practically had that acid bath already.
Oh, it's funny you say that.
Seems there may be a misunderstanding, so I shall clear it up for you. I never said the showers would activate as soon as the button was pressed. Which means you've yet to learn whether the button
I'm not owned. You're all playing the game just like I wanted you to.
No! Then when will we?
Less
Shut
than
up.
a minute left before we're knocked out.
Starts playing the world's
That
greatest criminal
means-
mastermind from
So
Great
you're
Mouse
saying
Detective.
we won't even know until we're already melted into goo?
Now, it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know that you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Alright, and real quick, we will jump back in and do the push the button on that one.
Yep.
Mostly just kind of getting housekeeping out of the way first thing today.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Then we'll get to actual puzzle rooms.
Carlos, why?
Because
No,
I know
no,
Eric's in one
Akane.
of the other rooms.
Hey, you did good, Carlos.
Junpei?
You dedicated your life to saving people, so this is probably hard for you. But what you did is...
Stop, stop!
Carlos?
It wasn't me! Someone
Who's
took
the
my
one-eyed man?
hand and...
You're not going to say the devil made you do it, are you?
Made me?
Maybe it's stress, or you've always had that urge buried deep down inside. Blamed your bad judgment calls on something controlling
Yeah,
you.
sometimes you just want to
Come on,
kick the shit out of something.
It's just part
Fine.
of being human. Life experiences.
You made a wise decision. You sacrificed the lives of others in order to continue your own survival.
Zero.
It truly is a natural human reaction. You simply made an emergency evacuation. The action is legally justifiable.
Still not.
There is no blame to be placed on you for your decision. Now, I'm sure you would like to get out of here immediately. But before that, I apologize. But you must all sleep again.
But why?
It is 1929. Time for good kids to be in bed.
I mean,
or something.
Gonna be real with you, there's not a whole lot of legal precedent for this as far as I'm aware, but I'm pretty sure a murder committed under duress would still qualify as at least like involuntary manslaughter or something.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
such
Yes,
notion of
depending on
here.
depending on the state. Sometimes it's third-degree murder. Sometimes it's manslaughter. Also depends on the country. And I'm just assuming we're like on an island in the middle of the ocean somewhere or some stupidity like that, because neither of these games have actually taken place in a place where we thought they were initially. So realistically, the only legal authority is 02.
I'm willing to bet this actually takes place in the DCOM place.
It's never actually entirely clearly specified, but I believe this is actually directly under the decom facility.
Yeah.
Or at least near enough to the decom facility. Sorry about that, I had a thing pop up.
This is...
The decontamination room.
Decontamination?
Huh. This is weird.
Weird?
I feel like I've been trapped in this room before.
You must be
Time
imagining
is a flat
things.
circle.
I guess.
Deja vu from Initial D starts up.
This button.
I have a bad feeling
We've
about
been here
this.
before, we'll be here
Yeah,
again.
something isn't right.
Maybe we've forgotten about this place.
The drugs in the bracelets?
What?
Meat chunks! Get your meat chunks here, hot and fresh.
Ignore the stinging sensation.
Now announcing the current casualties. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric. D-Team, Diana, Phi, Sigma. These 6 are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-Passes will be revealed. Self, Rip, Lake, Bird, Twin, Old. That is all.
That's right.
It would be inconvenient if you forgot to cause the deaths of others.
Wow, that was fast. We put these passwords in, and we can reach the surface.
But to get them, the other teams...
Yeah, it sucks to be them, right?
It's not your fault, Carlos.
I've been busting my ass for the past 10 years. I wanted to save as many lives as I could. I worked hard to do that.
Leucochloridium. Or Spinochordodes teleniae. Have you heard of either of these, Carlos?
Why are you suddenly...
What?
They inhabit and control the actions of creatures larger than them. Parasites.
Are you suggesting we were controlled by whatever that was you said?
Are you calling the
Leucochloridium are
players
snail
parasites?
Praying mantises and grasshoppers
Yes.
get Spinochordodes teleniae.
So they don't attach to humans?
Correct.
Not yet,
I've heard
but
of
have you heard of
one,
this
however,
game called The
Toxoplasma
Last of
gondii.
Us?
Oh, no.
Toxoplasma gondii?
Rats with toxoplasmosis no longer fear their predator, the cat, and are in fact drawn to the smell of their urine.
The rats are attracted to cats?
For humans infected with Toxoplasma gondii, changes
cat
in
urine.
actions and personality have
Well
been
known.
reported.
Pleasant
You become
scent.
a risk taker, your reactions slow, or you
And
become
once again, we're into
extremely
this
sensitive.
nonsense.
Are you saying
well, this is
Carlos
actually true.
pushed that button?
Why
It's
are there
nonsense.
2 soap dispensers in this bathroom
I
and
don't
both
know.
of them are empty?
But it's more realistic than saying you were
It's
possessed by a
weird
devil.
that they're bringing up the
A
pseudoscience
human controlling
now,
parasite.
after Melt Man with the power to melt.
Just so we're clear on this, Krampus. Do you think hydrofluoric
guys
acid
ready?
is fake?
Yes.
No problems here.
No.
Right.
No, I don't. I know
Those coded
hydrochloric acid is real. I'm saying it's weird that in the emotional moment after we've melted 6 people, this is the time they choose to bring up like the weird stuff like, toxoplasma gondii or...
Well, the whole thing is that she was trying to give Carlos an excuse, like, hey, you weren't in control of your actions.
Yeah.
I can get that, but it's still an awkward way to do it.
Also, I mean, it's not strictly pseudoscience. She's talking about real things and then going like, I don't know, maybe there's one that affects humans. Not self-reflecting, we're too old. In case you were wondering, you can't actually type this into the keyboard. You have to use the on-screen. You have to use the on-screen keyboard. Huh?
Oldest Sigma, isn't it?
Yes.
It opened. It opened.
Let's
I
hurry.
mean, that's pretty obvious.
The door will close
Yeah.
right away.
I'm sure we'll eventually find out why Lake is there for Eric. Or would not care.
Yeah, we will absolutely find out why Lake is there.
Hey,
it's dumb.
What are you standing around for?
Carlos?
I can't leave with you guys.
What?
Huh?
But why, Carlos?
I made a promise in another history that I'd definitely save you two.
Another history?
What nonsense are you babbling about? Come on, hurry up!
Later, guys.
Carlos!
Carlos!
Stop being dumb, Carlos!
Just hang on. I'm going to go save you now.
Did he just run into a wall?
Yes.
No, he was just running off of that direction. Alright, so that's sort of the housekeeping of the stuff we've seen that's basically the same with everyone else. Now I'll put it to a vote. Do we want to do Akane with a chainsaw? Let's play some billiards. Or sorry, it's not billiards. That's I think. Roulette.
I don't know why you're considering after offering Akane with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
because
really.
because I'm about to say something way dumber. Let's play some roulette. Medical science doesn't work that way, or I can't believe they seriously referenced a fucking game show in this game.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
so- Oh wait, we have 4 choices?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. All right, give me a second.
I'm gonna go. Medical science doesn't work that way.
Yeah, same here.
Number 4.
Okay, so that's 2 votes for medical science and 1 vote for the
Game show.
Krampus,
Don't get me
you're
wrong,
into it?
I'm seriously interested in that game show, but medical science
I
is more important.
think I'm also going to vote for medical science does not work that way. Good night. Junpei is pleased, but sticky.
I will say the end result of this gets us to see the flip side of the one we saw on D-Team, where Gab carries those vials of antidote to them.
The infirmary.
Guess we were locked in here while we were unconscious.
Huh? It opened.
The one where our choices are save ourselves or not.
We weren't locked in?
Why are we here then?
Yeah, by the way, the door's not locked on this room. They could just leave if they feel like it.
Greetings, C-Team. How are you feeling?
0.
Before we begin, I shall tell you an old story. 17 years ago, a woman was
Oh god damn it.
one day, about
Fucking snails.
a male suspect was located and arrested for her death.
He doesn't actually talk about the snail this time.
The jury found him guilty.
This goes more into the man who was found guilty for the murder.
In her grief, the man's wife took her own life. 2 young children were left behind.
She left 2 children?
We moved to several years later. New DNA analysis results proved that the man's claims were true. He was falsely convicted. The true culprit remains at large, their identity still unknown. Life is simply unfair, don't you think?
More of these pointless stories.
Life is unfair. I wanted the role of Romeo in the school play.
Found yourself injected with poison. That's not too odd to happen to someone. Just as it has to you.
What?
If you do nothing, the 6 of you will fall asleep, only to never regain consciousness again.
6.
Fuck you, asshole.
The antidote is in that room. Find it. Good luck.
We'd been poisoned?
I don't feel different, but I doubt he was lying to us just then.
We better get to finding this antidote. I didn't make it to today just to end like this. I need to do what I'm here to do. I can't die.
You're right. Let's all get through this together. We'll find the way to stay alive.
Seek a way out of being poisoned.
Alright. So, got some obvious shit going on in here. Got this thing.
Luminal spray.
Yep.
What if it's really pepper spray inside? Why don't we test it then, Junpei? Don't say that and come near me with that smile on your face, Akane. So we got this thing up here. If we have the luminol active in our inventory, any interaction we try will just be spraying luminol on shit, so...
Ugh.
So, that's one of those, like, light walls that you put X-ray stuff on.
Very shiny syringe. This lab coat of one Dr. Big Coat. MD.
So, we've got a power box over on the wall. Got this, like, MRI machine over here, CT scanner. Got this weird poster of some woman in a robe.
As you do.
Got a humidifier. Got that drawer underneath the thing, which, as you might guess from the red light, is currently locked. We've got this set of lockers over here. So I'm going to do a thing here, because there is actually a bit of funny dialogue if you open the center locker without actually finding the actual combinations. And then I'll show how you find the actual combinations after that. Basically, this is essentially something you can only do if you've already beaten the game, or if, like, you, like, you know, look it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Or you brute force.
Out of that, we do get a cube puzzle. Now we have some other stuff, some other funny dialogue here to kind of do. We also get this dialogue here. Just, how about we try 777 for shits and giggles? How funny would it be if it opened?
Please tell me it's 777. Oh.
Now, how we actually find the combination for these lockers: to spray them down with luminol. Also, that being said, only the 3rd and the 5th lockers have anything of consequence. The others are, like, I think literally empty. This one gets us a picture of a syringe pointing at a candle. So now we have this cube puzzle. We can't actually fully rotate it, which is a little irritating. It's also a bit of sort of funny dialogue if we back out fully from getting it wrong, I believe. So let me... Yeah, it's not just coming together. My brain can't take it anymore. Too much. I leave it all to you, Akane. That being said, so the way that we work this is we like kind of switch these around into the different slots. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually like work very well. I think that's it. Yeah. Again, because you can't really fully rotate it, it's a little irritating to do. But once we solve that, we get this key card, which pretty obviously goes in the CT machine. Also want to go ahead and examine the desk here. Please, Doc, I think I've been poisoned.
So you're not poisoned, but you do have cancer.
Well, it's good. Wait, what?
So apparently all 3 of them just have barcodes printed across their fucking brains.
Wait, do you
Across
not?
and outside of their brains.
Which unlocks this drawer. Which gets us a bottle of ink and a lug wrench.
A lug wrench.
Ah.
You can't wear that. That's Dr. Big Coat's coat.
Ah, Dr. Big Coat.
Okay, well, we have that card showing us injecting something with a syringe into a candle.
Yeah.
Well, that's not creepy at all. Apparently, Junpei and I are on the same wavelength. It's a bit frightening.
Then we just keep injecting candles. Then, we get these 4 X marks. What could they possibly be?
Gonna say this is stupid.
I think couldn't we have noticed there were bolts and moved them out, shooting ink into this?
Nope.
Wall
Clearly, we
flap?
had to inject the ink. And now we do that hilarious safe cracking thing from old movies that doesn't actually work. The game considers this a puzzle.
We found it!
Congratulations, C-Team. It appears you've successfully found the antidote. The poison must be circulating through and making you feel heavy right now.
Not really. Feeling kind of good, actually.
Your lives shall be spared if you drink 100 cc of the antidote within the case.
The case? This case?
It should be obvious that there are 8 containers labeled A through H. Vials of liquid are within each of these containers. Only one container holds the antidote. The other 7 are dummies. By pressing the red button in the center, the lock to that container will disengage. Only one may be opened, however.
So if we're wrong, we'll...
Still, I am not so cruel. I shall give you a hint. Sitting beneath each button is a sample of the liquid stored within. It is only 1 cc, but it is enough to provide a clue to its validity. The antidote has a peculiar characteristic. 3 minutes after you lick it, the tip of your tongue will become numb. You have 5 minutes remaining. If my calculations are correct, the poison will have spread completely through you by then, and your life is forfeit. Which case will you open then? The choice is yours.
And yours alone.
Okay, so to be perfectly clear
What
on
do we
this
do?
one,
What the hell do we
which
do?
case has the antidote is
Maybe
actually random.
We should go left to right
Okay.
and lick
Ah.
each one. I'll take A. Carlos, grab B. Akane, you take C.
No, we can't rely on that method to work.
Why?
It takes 3 minutes before we know anything
That's
either
why you
way.
lick them 1 minute apart.
That would be alright if we picked the correct one, but if we didn't...
Or you lick
We're all
one with
dead.
one side of your tongue and another
So,
with another
what
side
do
of
we-
your tongue.
Junpei, just
You
calm
lick
down.
one, you wait
There's
a
a
minute,
better
you lick
way.
another, you wait a minute, you lick
First,
another, you lick all 3
Carlos.
people.
You need to lick E, F, G, and H. Next,
If your tongue gets
Junpei,
numb after 3 minutes,
you lick
you're good.
samples C,
If you didn't,
D,
wait for the one whose tongue
G,
gets numb
and
after 4
H.
minutes.
As for me, I'll take samples B, D, F, and H.
What about A?
We don't need to test that one.
Why?
We don't have time. Just do as I say.
All right. Let's trust Akane. Aha! I feel it. My tongue's totally tingling.
Yeah, me too. Mine's completely numb.
I don't feel...
Huh.
So the common one between them.
Yeah.
All of them did H.
Akane!
Yep, so it's G.
Hey, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Uh,
Shit! Our resistances, they must be different. It looks like the poison got to her faster.
So what should we do now? What was that method Akane came up with?
We'll have to make the
Unfortunately, she
decision
didn't spend
ourselves.
any of the 3 minutes explaining that.
The answer. What's the answer? I licked samples E, F, G, and H. Junpei had C, D, G, and H. Akane licked B, D, F, and H. And then, only Akane didn't feel anything. In that case, the container with the antidote is...
I assume this is guess wrong and then guess right.
Huh? I mean, if we guess wrong here, we have to go back through this again, figure out what antidote is correct again. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the RNG will actually change even between runs in the same game.
Makes sense.
So the next time when we come back through here, the antidote will not necessarily be G.
Zero said that we'd need 100 cc's of the antidote. Doesn't that mean that each of those are 50 cc's?
No, I'm pretty sure these are 100 cc.
So, there are 3 left over. Whatever. We got
So
it
to
right.
address something here, I've seen people
We
point
Carlos.
out this as like some
Yeah,
sort of plot
I'm
hole because they're like, oh, how would Carlos know what 100 cc's in a vial look like?
June.
And I would like to address this by pointing out that Carlos is in fact a firefighter, and firefighters typically do
Akane.
actually have a fair amount of medical
Give her the
training.
medicine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
They're usually called out for
We
a
need
lot
to
of
take it too.
paramedic stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so people trying to make that big, they're like, oh, he's a firefighter,
down
not a
the hatch.
paramedic. It's like, no, actually most firefighters have not like full-scale licensed EMT training, but a significant portion of EMT training as well. So,
Yeah.
Also, if you've dealt with medicine enough, you may well know what 100 cc's looks like anyways.
No, that's... Junpei.
I'm really sorry. I just suddenly fainted and...
No, it's okay. Your plan still saved us. Thanks.
Huh. Still, 6 vials of antidote is kind of strange. Why so many? What are the other 3 for?
Now announcing the current casualties. Q Team, Q, Mira, Eric.
yay!
These 3 are now deceased. As a result, 3 X-passes will be revealed. I, kill, fool. That's all.
Every time.
Q team is...
How could they? Even Q. He couldn't even see or hear when... to just mercilessly kill someone like that! So, I guess that means only us and D-Team are still alive.
Oh, wait a minute. I think D-Team might be in danger right now. Carlos! Junpei! Grab the antidote and get to the lounge!
Hey, what are you...
No time to explain! Hurry!
Women,
Women, am I right?
God damn it! Both of us at the same time.
Akane.
When Zero spoke to us, I realized something. C-Team weren't the only ones to be administered the poison.
If you do nothing, the 6 of you will fall asleep, only to never regain consciousness again.
Huh. You're right. He did say 6 back then.
Yes, and now Q-Team is...
So the other 3 are...
Everyone on D team. I just hope these actually get to them.
Will he even reach them in time?
The only thing we can do now is pray.
What?
And pray they're not
He'll
dumb
be in
enough to
time?
think this is a trap.
Or
Well, they're
He doesn't
currently
make it,
dying of
and there'll be
poison
6
anyways.
people dead.
Uh-huh.
That's what you meant, right?
Junpei!
I'm kidding. Ugh, God, you sound like my mom.
My mom, who's always telling me, Junpei, stop sacrificing others for your own good.
You don't really look all right, Carlos. Maybe the poison's not completely gone yet.
No, that's not it.
You're worried about the D team then?
Junpei, this might sound messed up to you, but
Try me.
I saw something earlier, like a vision.
A vision?
Junpei, your head. It was in the pantry. Just your head.
What the hell are you smoking, Carlos? I'm fine. See?
Then its head
Look,
falls off.
all limbs attached and accounted for.
Maybe it was
Here
like
comes
a
the Connie
prophecy
with the
or something.
chainsaw.
I was gonna say.
I doubt
I
you're
think I know where that
seeing
one's
into
attached
the
to.
future.
Not his body.
I don't think you're predicting what will happen. It's not the future you saw, but a different past.
What do you mean?
You know, don't you, Junpei? Morphogenetic field theory.
How could I
A
not?
special field exists in a dimension we can't see that acts as a medium for information. This may be what's happening. I think Carlos accessed that field and saw another history.
What?
Remember what you said during the vote? You can tell down which path death waits and which is safe.
Yeah, but that's just my gut feeling.
Are you sure?
Where are you going with this?
You're a firefighter, right? There must have been countless times when you found yourself facing danger. Better to go right or left. Go upstairs or turn back. Maybe every time you made a decision, you were observing the other histories. Which room held someone needing your help? Which door blocked an inferno? You knew because you saw it happen already.
Morphogenetic field theory. Why do you know all this, Akane?
Because I have the same ability as you. And Junpei can do it too. He saved me once. It's thanks to his power that I'm even here at all.
That was a long time ago. I haven't been able to use it since. Even now,
Y'all are talking about stupid shit again, aren't you?
Greetings. How does it feel to revive from the brink of hell?
0.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes.
Because I find it funny.
Why aren't you laughing?
Oh.
Wow, that kicked in faster than I thought. Sorry about that.
Well, gotta work on those dosages.
I was hoping
I'm
you'd at
so
least make it to
glad
the
no-
couch first or something. Jesus, that can't be
I'm
good for
so-
your spine.
I'm so glad nobody's whacked their head on the coffee table. That would have been awkward.
Whoa, this feeling.
It's
so good.
I
This game
think one
has
of
thrown
mine
something
was
at
it.
us like,
You too.
oh, you know,
Mine's working
one of these
too.
characters passed out, cracked their
tip of
skull
my
open
tongue is
and
numb.
So, all
Not
three
due to
of
any
us?
killing game thing, just from
means-
like, oh, it
The
probably
answer-
should like not have them
the
stand
answer
and pull it up
must
when I knock
be-
them out on a regular basis.
Yeah, so in this instance, by the way, if you were paying attention there,
Akane!
the correct antidote is actually H.
All 3
Yeah.
of us felt it. In that case,
Because H is the only one that all 3 of them like. We're gonna pick A.
It's got to be A. That's why she didn't choose to begin with, right?
Yep, makes sense.
That's A.
A for antidote.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Damn you, Carlos.
How is this my fault? Fuck you, Junpei.
Oh, you're the one who chose poorly.
Everyone died.
Good.
Yeah, that is strange
Good.
enough, and everyone dies ending.
Yep.
Well, yeah, if the
Yeah, because
you
the
know,
other team,
team's dead,
both
they
the
can't
other
send the
teams,
The
antidote.
team doesn't get.
All right, off to the runner-up.
and the other one has died. So yeah.
Hey, y'all familiar with the Monty Hall problem?
Oh, the Monty Hall problem.
Damn it. I figured brute force
Is
would
this actually going to go into the Monty Hall problem?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is control.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The air, water, and electricity.
The
for
the
shelter
decision game in
are
this
all
one
managed
is
here.
quite literally the
This
Monty Hall
is
problem.
probably where transmissions to the outside world
It
happen.
is a more expanded version because it's 10 initial choices
Disconnected.
rather than 3, which is the typical
Oh,
Monty
I
Hall
guess we can't
problem.
order a
But
bunch of
the
pizza
actual
then,
math
huh?
is the same.
There are a lot of monitors here. I think this might let us
concept
review
still
the
holds true.
footage from the security
Yeah.
cameras.
Huh?
Yeah,
There
the
are
Monty Hall
security
problem
cameras in
is
this place?
actually the probability
Carlos,
variance,
it's
not
2028.
specifically based on the number
I'd
of
be
initial
more surprised
choices.
if there aren't cameras hidden everywhere.
It can technically be extrapolated
right.
to infinity,
The ones I
essentially.
used for work were about the size of a woman's nipple. Well, I guess
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nipple sizes differ.
Fucking Christ, Junpei.
Carbon dioxide extinguisher.
You're definitely a
How
firefighter.
did we go from first game Junpei
Your
to
eye
this
spots
Junpei?
different things than
That's
us.
my point. Like, what the fuck, man?
Occupational hazard. Whenever I
Didn't
go
you hear,
somewhere
Shiv?
new,
He became a
I
detective
end up
and had to
checking
see people
extinguishers
die,
first
and that apparently did this
I
to him.
see. And because you do that all the time, you're able to save so many lives.
It's really nothing much.
What are you talking about? You dive into danger without thinking twice about your own safety.
I didn't even think
You're
it
a
was.
moron!
It's nothing. I think that's pretty amazing.
You know, I doubt it's all that.
What are you trying to say?
Well, Carlos was just doing what he was trained to do. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it's like you said.
I'm sorry, Carlos. He's acting out now, but Junpei used to rush to the rescue a lot when we were younger.
Sorry, but I am done with playing the action hero.
But why?
Because
I'm playing the brooding
grew up.
loner.
You just sound even more childish to me.
It's January 1st. Worst way to start the year off. I've never not been able to say Happy New Year to Maria before.
Maria?
My little sister.
Well, take comfort knowing she's alive, at least. Don't forget what Zero said. Very few of you will find yourselves able to welcome a new 2020.
Your voice sucks.
Anyway, let's just figure a way out of this room.
I mean, he doesn't have the stupid helmet, so.
Yeah, if we don't get
True.
our butts in gear, it might be 2030 before we even get out.
I hope you do escape from here. Infected with Radical 6 as you are, soon enough we will have total global saturation.
God damn it, Lester.
Okay, so we got a bunch of shit here.
Card 2.
So we're going to get a number of these cards that are going to have, basically, each one is going to have a different segment of these green boxes filled in with numbers. We've got this switchboard over here. Which we have no idea what the solution is yet.
3, 2, 4, 1, 5.
One, two, three, four, 5. That's amazing. Got the same combination on my luggage.
It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 3, 2, 1, 4, 5.
Oh, I don't have that combination on my luggage.
Or
We're
3,
good.
2, 4, 1, 5. Slider.
Yep. Getting that out of the way early.
Why do you say we're gonna need that?
I wonder.
So we've got a red S and a pink W.
Spell this out for buddies? No, Junpei, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Which is very obviously referential to these things.
Yep.
But we still need to find out green and blue, which we do not have yet. So, that locker is locked.
Doors
This
locked.
locker is locked. Got this thing over here.
You have a large unplugged thing.
Yeah, so the big old loose cable.
It's got a parallel port, but it's gigantic.
The highly advanced highly advanced 2029 technology that looks like it's from the 1960s.
Sunglasses.
So we have a pair of sunglasses that does not have the actual like earpieces on it.
Ah, we can turn these knobs that are arranged in certain positions.
That actually.
No, yeah. I think your bottom left one needs to be one tick clockwise. Bottom left, not bottom right.
Yeah, just taking a look real quick because those are the other ones I had the question on. Yeah, might need to be a little more that way. Okay, so it's not that. This is part of the other problem with this particular puzzle is it's a little bit harder to determine. This one may be straight parallel. Let's try. There we go.
Yeah.
Because the lines on the shutter do not line up exactly to the positions these end up in. So
yeah.
Now this has opened that locker. We get these small battery parts, which certainly aren't the earpiece for the sunglasses.
Yep.
And we also got this other card, which has more numbers on it.
612.
Now, this is another instance of the game doing kind of a weirder thing. We actually have to examine the sunglasses in the inventory.
Put them on?
In order to put them on. We can select from A mode, B mode, and C mode. If we try to go to C mode, we're actually required to put in a password, which we don't have yet. If we go to A mode, we get this.
Oh.
And if we put them in B mode, we get to see a somewhat familiar room.
Yeah.
But it just shows us numbers changing on a wall, which doesn't really mean anything to us yet. So all told, this is probably the single most complicated puzzle in the entire room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 4 goes to 5. 1 goes to 2. 2 goes to 3. 5 goes to 1, and 3
goes to 4.
Because you have to do multiple steps on that one of seeing the pattern from the sunglasses, seeing the pattern on the poster, and then lining up the numbers on the poster to the numbers on that, and like do that whole translation.
Different positions there, yeah.
Yeah. So now if we go look here, the door opened on this, which tells us that red is actually southeast. Pink is southwest. That S is really fucking hard to see. I actually missed it my
it's in a
first time
poor place.
through.
They should use a different color.
But yeah, so we've got red southeast, blue north, green east, pink southwest. East. It's already on north, so we're good there.
And finally, a bomb.
So this black stand came out of the center of the floor, and this monitor had these things change. So it's 1, 3, 4, 6, then 2, 3, 5, 6. So we get this ear speaker, which is certainly not the other earpiece of the sunglasses. And then we get another card. It's 5, 4, 11, 14. So now, yeah, Vriesner which there is one more screen on this we have not examined. So as you can see, each direction it goes makes a different noise. So we need to go Vree, Znur, Whir, Znur. In order to press that button. It may not be immediately obvious, but that's actually also a room we've seen before. That's the robot room. So now, all these little monitors have turned on with letters in them. So we go to our file here. We only have 3 of the 4 cards. Which I believe there's another one around here somewhere. Changes in A mode when we did it. Because we should be able to get all 4 cards by this point, I'm pretty sure. The first time since we started this playthrough that my memory has just outright failed me.
Bound to happen.
Yeah. There's enough stuff going on.
Have those 3 up there, that row down, that row across. We need the card that's those 3. Ah, right. There we go. Now we have those numbers. So, essentially what you're supposed to do is go in here, like make memo or whatever of these. These tell you the order that those letters go in, and then you look at each part of the thing here and sort out the password. I'm again going to just kind of do the thing because it's boring to sit here and work that out one piece by one piece on stream.
Do the thing.
So the password is be tested by fire.
Huh.
So green is north.
Red is northeast.
Blue is west. Pink is south. I reiterate, while the memo drawing interface is better in this game, it is still with a mouse. And then northwest for black.
Yeah.
At least it's not with cursors.
Pink is south, blue is west. And green is north and red is northeast. Doing that, successfully raised this thing.
Yeah, so I can plug in that giant
Yep.
connector the size of the man.
And successfully start a fire.
Yay! Oh,
We're
we're
gonna
about
be
to test
tested by fire.
You
That
found
was not the first puzzle. Yeah, that's the first puzzle room we solved by lighting it on fire.
Oh, the fire is out.
Whew. Oh, damn. Whew. That was close. Guess that extinguisher up there helped, huh?
Yeah, I think so. But that's bringing its own problems.
Huh?
It doesn't look like it's stopping. At this rate, we'll...
Yep, you'll suffocate.
The percentage of carbon dioxide in the air is roughly 0.04.
I can tell this because I'm a
IDLH level
firefighter.
kicks in around 5%. IDLH? The highest concentration level you can continue to safely inhale. You lose consciousness. Shortly after it hits 7%. And after that...
Now commencing the decision game.
A decision game?
Do you want to live or die?
The door. Within one of them, there is an oxygen mask. Which locker will you open?
Damn. That's 0.
We need to pick one quickly.
But which number is correct?
Please choose, Carlos.
The probability is 1 in 10. No hints. We'll have to go with our gut.
Wow.
So in this particular instance, it does not actually matter what the first locker you choose is, because this is the Monty Hall problem.
Yeah.
Any one of these at the moment is a 1 in 10 chance of being the correct Locker. You were just going to pick 3 because the mouse was over at the time.
And so since we're going with the multi-hole idea, they're going to reveal 8.
Yep.
To force us into a 1-2 choice, which is actually a 9-1 choice.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which locker contains the oxygen mask?
So to explain the actual Monty Hall problem, for people who may not be familiar, there's an old show called Let's Make a Deal, wherein the sort of grand finale of the show was always there were 3 doors, and the contestant was asked to choose one of those 3 doors. The contestant would choose door 1, 2, or 3, and then, to up the stakes, Monty Hall, the host of the show, would reveal what was behind one of the doors they hadn't chosen.
The Monty Hall
He would then
problem.
give them the option to choose whether or not to keep the door they had initially chosen, or to switch doors and then reveal what was behind them. Now, behind one of the doors was a huge grand prize, usually something super expensive like a car, or like a new house, or like big vacation, like insane shit. And behind the other 2 doors was a goat.
Yeah, a zong.
So the idea was, and what most people would think, is that, well, okay, when you get down to having the 2 doors, and he, you know, and you can choose to switch, it would switch to a 50-50 shot. But that's not actually how the math works out, because when you selected the first door, you were selecting at a 1 in 3 chance. However, once the one of the 2 doors you did not choose was revealed, you now had a difference in probability because you knew for a fact that the one that was revealed was not the grand prize.
Which is it?
So your choice was
So your choice
effectively
was
a
still
66.
now became essentially a 2/3 likelihood that the door you had not chosen was the grand prize, and you would want to switch, versus the door you had initially chosen only had a 1 in 3 chance because you made that initial choice. So in this instance, what Shiv was saying is because we've now revealed 8 of these, all the probability of these 8 doors that have been revealed to not contain the gas mask have collapsed.
The one we didn't choose.
Have collapsed into number 8 here that we did not switch to. So number 8 now has a 90% chance of being the mask, whereas Locker 3 here only has a 10% chance. Now, I will say, before we make this decision here, this is one of the instances where the game does actually use legitimate RNG. The game does not force this hand to, you know, if you make the quote-unquote mathematically correct solution via the Monty Hall problem and switch here, it does not actually force the mask to be in here. There is a possibility the mask is actually in Locker 3 at this moment, but we're going to switch because it is the mathematically correct choice.
There's one more likely to actually get us to move on with the game.
Well, either one actually moves on with the game because that's how ZTD works, but...
Well, yes, but yeah.
If we don't get a gas mask, I assume we die.
But...
So...
Oh, you gotta be joking. 1? Are you telling me there's only 1?
They'd only say 1.
The announcement. It never said that there would be 3.
No.
But yeah, I do actually, despite the fact that the puzzles in this room were not terribly great, other than like the one like switchboard puzzle that actually required some thought and like planning out. I do actually quite like this room just for the whole Monty Hall problem because it does actually play into what is the core concept of this game, in that in actuality, when you really pay attention to it, Zero Time Dilemma is actually all about probability math.
Damn it! What the hell? Ah, what the hell?
This does get highlighted a lot more on Team C's route, but almost all the decision games have some tie into like probability. Like if you think back to the incinerator room, for instance, there was a whole thing of like, well, okay, if I don't pull the trigger, there's a 100% chance that Phi dies and a 0% chance that Sigma dies. Whereas if I do pull the trigger, there's a 0% chance that Phi dies and only a 50% chance that Sigma dies. So obviously probabilistically, it's actually better for me to pull the trigger, even if there's a chance it kills Sigma, where there would be a 0% chance of him dying the other way. So on and so forth. Like, everything actually kind of ties back to probability math, which I think is interesting.
Last time.
it's a level of theming that the other games I don't feel like
Brings
really
back that
had with
time
all their like challenges and
at the
puzzle rooms.
festival. Remember?
No, the AB
We went
game kind
together
of falls apart because
this
between the
weird
logic of
character
it and the
mask.
fact that everyone is idiots,
Thought too.
which
You tried to make
Oh,
me.
keep in mind
wear one.
your objections to the AB room.
Oh,
We'll get there in
that's
this
right.
game.
You were wearing a yukata then. You said it had been your mom's before she died. That's why it was so big on you. I want to go to that festival again.
Junpei, no! Hurry! Put the mask on! What? Junpei! Junpei!
So by
Speaking of people
succeeding
being
and
idiots.
understanding the math of the Monty Hall problem, only 2 of the 3 people on Team C die.
Oh.
yep.
This ending doesn't even require us to actually actively put in the X passes.
Well, yeah, Carlos is dead. And ostensibly the only character we actually play as on Team C is Carlos or something.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, and this is us failing to find the mask.
Hopefully.
Again, we still have a 10% chance.
Yes, we will still have a 10% chance to actually select correctly. But we're just not going to switch this time because it increases the mathematical possibility that we will fail.
Yeah.
Interestingly, you will note it changes which switch locker it is.
Yeah. Goes in a random locker, it makes sense.
Okay, we're good.
Alright, we don't have to do this again.
No.
Well, we're not good, but that's the point.
Why?
Yes.
No!
It's no use.
It's no use.
There's no way. That locker will open.
Why?
It's just how the pieces fall. Looks like we're out of luck. Akane, if only I could have heard your voice one last time.
So I'm going to be real with you, by the way. Part of the reason I kind of phrased the choice I did when we were first getting to these fragments is because if you want the real God's honest truth, the one whose like thumbnail image is Akane covered in blood carrying a chainsaw is actually the least ridiculous of these 4 choices.
Save you.
Somehow I believe that.
Like this one, we had magic sunglasses that told us how to start a fire in this room.
Like this one apparently ends in like a double bad end.
Kind of.
Are you sure?
You're taking the word of that announcer earlier? It's completely rubbish. All of it.
Then everyone's alive?
Of course. We need to go get help. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
The definition of quote-unquote bad end in this game is bizarre.
It's a sequence where both sides of the thing end in a game over.
Yes.
For that team. Like, yeah, Akane gets out, but it's a game over on both sides, basically.
Monty Hall, all sections cleared.
This is...
The rec room.
Get wrecked.
It's the new year.
Ew.
The vote was at 13:30, so we slept for over 10 and a half hours.
Buckle in.
Well, not necessarily.
Right. Zero explained it earlier.
And I explained it earlier. And I explained it earlier. Explained it earlier.
Bracelet will activate. And an aesthetic and an agent to erase your memories will be administered.
We might have just forgotten we did.
So, we've woken up a bunch of times already?
Something horrible could have happened, and we don't remember it.
And I can't even think about it without getting chills. No good. It's locked.
So it's like usual, and we're trapped?
How about a drink to pass time then? There's a lot of things we can do here.
Junpei, in 90 minutes, we'll...
I'm kidding.
When you said drink, did you?
Well, we are 22, you know. I'm no longer that little boy who played Old Maid with you years ago.
Is that so? True. Looks, tastes, and other superficial things change with time.
Also, you've become a colossal asshole
There
in the
must
past
be
year.
something inside you that's still the same. Swimming, going to festivals, getting into snowball fights in the schoolyard. During the incident with the rabbits, you protected me, didn't you?
Oh, rabbits.
The Junpei from back then, he must be somewhere.
Says the one of us who changed first. No. You might not have changed at all. It's just me seeing things I missed before.
Let me tell you something, Junpei. Say what you need to, while there's time to say it.
Carlos!
The hell? You make it sound like I'm some brat who lies to himself.
Constantly.
Yes.
Once?
This is like the CW version of Junpei.
Pretty much.
Yes. Pretty much to a T.
Wait, you weren't a firefighter then?
I was 18. I'd only just passed the test. I'd come home after buying a birthday present for my sister. At that point, I'd arrived before the fire department had. That's why I...
Carlos, I'm here! I'm over here!
I managed to save my sister, but not my mother and father. It was because of their support that I could become a firefighter. And
The American flag behind him is a powerful touch.
Yeah.
They're not being subtle about this.
Sorry.
It's Carlos, real American hero.
Kind of brought the mood down.
Firefighters,
just
though,
wanted
partially,
to
yeah.
say, I don't want the two of you
I wasn't being
to end up
facetious,
having
like...
any regrets. If you have something to say it while you're alive.
Huh. While
Carlos
we're
is
alive.
pretty much as
Please
close
don't
to a
say
good
that.
person as
It's
anyone in
bad
this
luck.
entire series has ever been.
Good point. Okay, let's find a way out of here. That is the first step to staying alive.
Staying alive.
Staying alive. I'll be back.
Yep.
Alright. So, first we got some things to note. Oil, 130 milliliters. Jam, 100% pure.
rules
So we
of
have the
chess.
rules of chess, which tell us how certain pieces move, just in case we didn't know. Got this knight statue over here holding a fireplace poker. Got this roulette table. We'll get back to that. We've got Sad Man 570. I know it's my whiskey of choice.
A shot of sad man.
Nothing but bottom shelf.
I hope they have Blue Planet.
For Yellow Island myself.
We get this bottle of water. Had to slip a Funyarimpa reference in there.
Yep.
So we now have this whole thing here. Which is ace 8 3 minus 10 queen 9 plus 9 4 queen 5 8 jack equals something.
Letters.
This letter chart. We've got Juke 803.
Extreme slot.
Got extreme slots over here, yes.
Make a heart.
Odds equal 35%. Make a heart.
Yep.
We've got this chessboard here, which
is
Upside
chest
down.
up, down, yeah.
got a fireplace. Now then, if we look at the actual numbers here, we will see that 4 of them are circled.
Yeah.
And
5,
if we
21,
compare,
26, and 28.
and if we compare that against this letter chart we got here, we can see that it ends up being, I want to say, it's S.
It's definitely S.
And it's I.
And
I
B.
believe it's NP.
Yeah. Snip. Sign.
Now, there are multiple words this can spell, and there is a hint you can get about this that will, like, actually tell you the specific order they're supposed to go in. The first time I played this game... Oh yeah, I've got cigarettes over here. Sunset 24. They're super rare cigarettes.
With really janky packaging.
Also got this matchbox. That being said, I will put this out here. We have 4 letters. The only thing in the room that requires a 4-letter code is this roulette wheel over here. It's pretty easy, obvious to actually figure out what the word is. Jimmy's just like, fuck it, into the fire it goes. Pour the water on the fire, put it out. Use the fire hook. And we get our first coin. So you may have seen it kind of as I swung past it. We've got this thing over here which tells us to collect 5 coins.
5 coins.
Beer. Alright, so I'm going to put this out here just kind of right away. I want all of you to be thinking of what you think could possibly be the, like, you know, like death game, decision game that's going to take place at the end of this room after we solve the actual escape room elements of it. Alright?
Right. So what could it be that doesn't involve a casino in any way, shape, or form?
Anyways,
Or
we're going to come over
drinking.
here.
Obviously, the knight statues. You have to decide which armor to put on.
Of course, you would spin a roulette wheel.
And of course, it just flies up into the air.
We actually take it, but yeah.
Yeah.
And we get a coin out of that.
Of course, we could take it. It flies just right on top of it, spinning around.
5 coins.
Now you may notice we still have the fire hook.
Yep.
That's so we can go ahead and open this cover. Which gets us a
5,
hammer.
6, 6, 4, not 3.
Yeah. 5, 5, 6, 4. 3 is crossed out.
Yeah.
5, 5, 6, 4. We hit the C with the hammer. We get this round cylinder, which has some symbols on it. And we look at the chessboard again. So 1 is obviously a rook, 2 is a bishop, and 3 is a king.
Yep.
Even if the bishop one does actually have 1 arrow missing, but... By doing that, we get a coin. And then we also get this number note. This is how you're supposed to figure out the order that the letters go in, but again, it's not really wholly necessary.
Yeah.
You have 4 letters, there are only certain words that make, and only one of them makes sense to put into a fucking roulette wheel, so...
Ah, those coins are back.
Yes. They are the sort of major thing of this, because we need to do all these to get to that button.
Ah.
Now, you may notice
Yeah,
there's a conspicuous circle shape here. I have put it to the rest of the group while you were away there, Hunter.
I actually caught that. I caught that.
Taking these slow look around the room, try and figure out what the death game in this room is going to be, what the decision game is going to be, and how they will die if they don't succeed at it. So putting the roulette wheel in here turns on the slot machine.
Extreme slots!
Yep.
We get a jackpot.
Oh boy, puzzle.
Gives us
You
these
can make
puzzle
a heart.
pieces. And we click over here. We can make a heart shape. So just like before, this is one of those ones where it's literally just kind of shove them into place until they make the image you need. I'm not going to sit here and make us suffer through that. I'm just going to put the solution in. This one is over here. It's also made a little bit more annoying by the fact that when they're over on the side, it doesn't actually have much distinction about the shapes of the pieces.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go eat. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Alright.
There. There. There we go. This one goes there. This one goes there. On my original playthrough of this game, for testing purposes, I did actually sit here and puzzle out this whole damn thing. It took me like 35 minutes.
Ugh.
Not dealing with that shit.
Understandable.
So from that, we got a coin, and we got a card calendar, which we'll look at in a second here, after we put the coin in.
That was coin number 4?
Yep. So we actually kind of have two ways to look at it. We can both do it from here, and we also have it in our inventory. As you can see, we have this card calendar, which associates each of the cards in a card deck with a month.
I guess King is Smart. That 13th month.
King just isn't on there.
Yeah, because it's not 13 months.
If you may notice, there's also like a barcode on the back of this.
Yeah.
So one thing I actually realized we forgot to look at is over here. There are these dice in here, and there's a little card reader. That's how we pop out the dice. Game apparently wants us to be real fucking precise about getting the angle to pick those damn things up. Now, if you'll recall, we have the little card message here, which we put in our memo.
Yep.
So again, what you're supposed to do is kind of go back and forth between this, like sort out the whole card calendar versus the, versus this, etc., etc. But what it actually comes out to is
194 minus.
It's jam minus odds plus Sad Man. So if you recall, the jam was 100% pure.
Yeah.
The odds, as I recall, were 35%. And Sad Man, I want to say, was 570.
Sounds right. I would say 570 plus 65, so 635.
Yep. So it equals 635. Now, what do we use that for, you might ask? Well, there's another part to this table over here with these obvious square indentations that we put these dice into. So before we... Well, actually, we can kind of do this. This will give us the coin. We don't actually hit the decision game before we get the coin. Alright, so I want some working theories here from people. I want to hear what your thoughts are about what this decision game might end up being.
I'm disqualified. I already know the answer.
Alright, so let's start with Shiv here.
We're attacked by ninjas, so it can't possibly be anything involving actual casino games.
Alright.
Alternatively, I don't know, craps.
Okay. Hunter.
Joke answer, it's a surf contest. Serious answer, something to do with the alcohol that's on the shelves, so drinking game of some sort.
Okay. But, like, what I want to hear is, what is the looming threat of death if they fail the decision game? That's more what I'm looking for here. What do you think,
beaten
Shiv?
to death by the armored suits.
Okay. Hunter?
Dying of poisoning from picking the wrong drink.
Wrong alcohol bottle? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm kind of tempted to wait a couple minutes here, just in case Vince gets back soon. Just so we can hear his theories. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll wait about... Go ahead.
I need to step away for a second, so it's a good time for us to take a look.
Yeah, quick stretch break, bathroom break, grab a drink, whatever. We'll be back in a few minutes here, hopefully with Vince being able to give his guess.
Although, did we... has Sunset 24 been relevant yet?
No, it was just another... It's a red herring. There's a bunch of stuff around the
Okay.
room with numbers on it to give you additional numbers to make you have to try and figure out which ones you need for the math problem. Like the oil above the fireplace and other stuff.
Yeah.
It's just to obscure the, like, them pointing out very specifically the numbers on the jam and the odds and stuff when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
They can just be like, well, we pointed out numbers on a bunch of stuff. It's not that obvious. Like, whatever.
All right, I have returned.
All right, still got a couple minutes to see if Vince comes back. He usually doesn't take that long to eat dinner, so.
So I am especially glad that my oral surgery appointment is coming up, because that area started aching. So I'm guessing it's just the wisdom tooth continues to put pressure there.
Yep, never a fun time.
Yep.
My alternative death for this game is buried in casino chips.
Buried in chips.
I was also thinking that.
The slot machine just starts spewing them out and eventually drown.
The room.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
I'm going with beaten to death by the armored suits just because they haven't done anything yet.
We got the fireplace poker from one and the card calendar from the other.
Yeah.
They were somewhat relevant to the puzzle of the room.
The surfboard hasn't.
I'll tell you right now, the surfboard is just decoration. It is unfortunately not a surf contest.
Like I said, that was my joke answer. Just because I couldn't see how they would... I got it. They're going to flood the room with the chips, and the only way to survive is to ride the surfboard.
Surfing them.
Turns out the fireplace flips around, and a gorilla comes out and murders them all. Guys in DCOM were wondering, why are they bringing a gorilla in? I haven't seen the gorilla for like 5 days. There's your answer. Death game.
All right, so that's been about a 5-minute break there. We'll just go ahead and do this.
See
Push
what
our
happens.
button here.
Oh god, it's another button. I didn't even think about the potential for it blowing up.
I love he mentions it probably isn't going to explode or anything.
Well, Shiv, I'll tell you, you were on the right track. It does have to do with the suits of armor, but who would have thought chain guns in the chest?
That's fair. I did go with beaten to death by robots, not murdered by Gatling guns contained.
Decision game.
What a fool I was.
This decision game utilizes the 3 dice located during the room search.
So, these then.
To begin this game, each player must take 1 die and roll them together on the dice table. If all dice show a 1 on the side facing up, all players win. The door will then unlock, and all the players will be able to escape the room. However, if even a single die does not display a 1, everyone in the room will be gunned down.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, Vince. So what was your guess for what the imminent death they were going to face via decision game was, and why wasn't it all 3 of you have to roll a 1 on a d6, or you're going to be gunned down by these miniguns hidden inside these suits of armor?
Okay, I got the suits of armor part right.
What, you didn't foresee the miniguns contained in their abdomens?
Those are all the rules. Good luck to everyone.
Okay, so we have a 1 in 216 chance of surviving this.
The odds will get all the dice to roll a 1.
Oh, it's 1/216th, so about 0.46%.
For those of you that may be curious and watching this and curious as to why Vince was able to spout that odds out like in a fucking instance, all of us have played D&D for a really long time.
Shit, there's no time. Just roll.
Among
And like
many
war
other
games
board
and other
games
stuff.
and- yeah.
Like we just, especially D6s, but just in general, we know dice math.
I
Yeah.
can't die here! There's still... something I need to say.
Huh?
We have, all of us have literally played tabletop war games
okay
and
then, here we
RPGs
go.
for literally
Come on.
decades at this
Pray
point.
hard. If we pray, then it's gotta.
And I'm going to assume Akane has done that at some point too.
No, she's just good with odds. And
I think
numbers.
she's just a polymath. That's kind of implied.
Fucking seriously?
So to note, this is one of the ones that isn't quite random. You have a maximum of 3 tries where it will just roll a random number.
There is actually some forced RNG here. You actually will always fail the first roll.
Wait, that one doesn't count!
Ah, okay.
Your hand slipped. That was it, right?
Yeah, what she said.
You wouldn't mind a little do-over, right? 0?
Like a few hundred of those?
Yeah, so the first roll is always a failure. The second time you come back through here, it is actually legitimately random chance.
There!
It will give you the
Side of the
honest
bar.
1 260, 1 in 216 chance of all 3 of them rolling a 1, and then the third time you're guaranteed to get it.
This should work.
The game does not, in fact, make you come back here roughly 216 times mathematically to progress with the ending where they don't all get gunned down by miniguns hidden inside night statues.
Is there actually logic behind the RNGesus death games?
Not really.
Okay.
Now announcing
Zero the second just thought it was funny.
That's the thing. So like I said, I like that there's a sort of theming to the game and that a lot of it's based around probability math. Unfortunately, there's just no actual justification for it given in Zero's backstory or like explanations of why he's doing what he's doing.
Thanks, guys. We so need to see the bullet-ridden corpses and not the blood coming out from behind the counter. That was so necessary.
Like I said, this game gets a lot more like visceral and graphic with this stuff for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a less is more approach. You could have just ended about halfway through that and just shown, like Vince said, the
Now you will notice
blood coming out from behind the.
there is
Yeah,
a
there's a
lock
lock past
after
that.
that death. Also, the 99.53%, 537% reality is what the title of that particular game over is.
Damn.
And a fucking course not.
I mean, the game already told us the odds.
Your
Yeah.
choice, quote unquote,
Not
is
a
made.
choice.
Now, fortunately, it doesn't make you actually go through the whole thing again. As soon as you do that, you can just jump back to here, because it already puts you on the path there. Basically, as soon as you see the, like, your choices made thing, you can come back to here.
It's like, make your choice. There isn't a choice. It's rolling dice.
Yep.
You choose
Oh,
how to
just
roll
put-
them.
How we just choose to place it on the one and call
Zero.
it?
No way.
Like, shaking it in my hand and putting it down on a one.
Like, this isn't a decision. This is just random chance.
Yes! Yes!
Not even good random chance.
We're alive!
Like, it doesn't
We're
fit with the rest of the
actually
decision games. The rest of the decision games, at least making decisions.
Yeah.
Hey, why are the two of you just standing there? Guys, it's 1/216.
More
We
like
just
1
got
and 3,
a
but
miracle.
Well, you know.
Yeah. You're right.
I just can't believe it.
just so we're clear on this one. We'll get there regardless. Okay, it hasn't actually given us the name on that one yet, but we'll get back to that in a second.
We're
We'll do it after we get through
alive,
this segment,
right?
I guess.
Of
Yeah.
course we're alive. What? Do I look like a ghost to you?
No, you
Or
look like a
an
dumbass.
undead zombie?
Yeah.
If I was, then my heart wouldn't be pounding a mile a minute right now. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. We definitely gotta have a toast back in the lounge.
And chopped in half by a closed door.
Come on! What are you doing? Hurry up!
He's an idiot.
I don't think I've seen Junpei this excited since grade school.
I guess he's still the same guy you
I
know
mean, he is an
underneath,
idiot.
I'm really glad.
huh? That we're alive.
He's also got a really weird run.
Both.
That's his happy dance. He never learned to skip.
I'm getting plastered.
Nothing beats a cold one after surviving a close call. Come on! You guys should join me.
Sorry. I'll pass.
I'm really not in the mood for it.
For real? Are you serious?
Hey, are you already drunk?
Yeah,
What? No.
I am! Drunk on life! I am buzzed on this kick-ass feeling of surviving the impossible.
You realize that's
Probably
alcohol-free
shouldn't
beer,
drink
right?
too much, Junpei.
Why not? We're just going to conk out again in 40 minutes anyway, remember?
Forced nap, no hangover.
We
Woo!
just experienced the miracle of hitting 1/216th odds. 0.46%, guys! Come on! Let's use the
Actually,
remaining
Junpei
time
was
we
guaranteed
have
our
to
third time
savor
through
this
that decision
awesome
game.
moment.
What?
A miracle, huh?
In this timeline, I give you weighted dice.
If it happened on the first try.
Guys, what are you saying? We only threw the dice once.
So about your comment there, Shiv.
Are you sure about that? Maybe? We just don't remember. And in reality, we've rolled the dice over and over again.
Huh?
If we threw them 3 times, the probability would be 72 to 1. I wouldn't really call those odds, a miracle.
Still pretty good.
Oh, so what? Does that really matter? I'll say it again. We've only gone and thrown the dice once. Once. Right?
Oh god,
Carlos?
she knows.
Yeah, that's true. What are you trying to say, Akane?
Carlos, let's say you were going to roll 10 dice all at the same time. So, do you think you'd end up with all of them displaying a 1?
Of course not. It's impossible.
Right. The probability is 60,466,176 to 1, but that's essentially impossible.
I could do it.
If you tried 60,466,176 times, however, what would happen?
The other two can't
The
make it overall.
likelihood of all of them being 1 is...
Still
Not
exactly
so
the same
much
as
of an
if it is you roll them
impossibility,
one
right?
time, realistically.
I'll give you another example. Junpei,
Probability math
if
doesn't
2
actually
to the
work like
4th
that.
power, 16 people,
Well, you know.
compete in a rock, paper, scissors tournament, how many matches are needed before a winner can be determined?
Why are you talking about...
Just answer the question.
Really? Okay, first, the 16 narrow down to 8. Then 8 to 4 and 4 to 2. After the final round, one person's left standing, so... a total of 4?
So, what would happen if 2 to the 100 did the same thing?
It'd be 100.
And how confident do you feel about winning this tournament, Junpei?
I'm not, obviously. You're out of the competition after you lose just one match. You'd have to win 100 rounds straight to win.
Fortunately, I'm a
But
psychic.
Someone will do it and win, right? A victor who wins 100 matches without losing one will exist. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
The person who won. But only because of circumstance. I mean, more or less.
Well, duh. But why are you...
This would be an
It may
accurate
be
analogy
obvious,
if rock,
but
paper,
it's
scissors were
important.
actually a game of chance.
The one who lives on does so due to circumstance.
The anthropic principle.
Hypothetically,
Oh,
it should be,
you've heard of
but you're using humans,
Yeah.
so that throws it
It's
out the window.
connected to the
It's
many
actually a
worlds and
game of
multiverse
psychology to a great deal.
the hell are you...
This
People have
universe
patterns
is a
and
little
tendencies.
too well suited for human beings. That principle
Spread
explains
it off
why.
and making all your rock, paper, scissors
They
decisions based
say,
on a D3
for
roll.
example,
Yeah, it's
that
strictly
if Jupiter was
strictly
just
speaking,
a
it's
bit
kind of this
smaller,
thing where, like,
the Earth likely wouldn't have even
obviously
formed.
depending upon the information you're
It's not the only
allowed to
instance
access, the further you
There
get
are
into the
physical
tournament, the more
constants
likely you are
throughout
to
the
actually
universe.
win if you can analyze the
But
patterns accurately.
If even one had changed the tiniest bit, humanity wouldn't have been created at all.
But anyone can see we do actually exist.
And that's exactly my point. We exist. Therefore, we know that we exist.
For those of you following
Perhaps
along
somewhere in
here,
reality
please
there
don't
are
dig too
countless
deep into the
universes
anthropic
devoid of
principle.
humanity
It's used a
where
lot
the
to
idea of
justify
humans didn't even
creationism.
begin. But
Yep.
it isn't possible to know if those other universes exist
I wish
or
I could say
not.
this is the last time
That's
this game
because
puts
there
forth
are
some
no
ideas
human
that lead to
beings
some
to
really bad
observe
science,
within
but this
them.
is neither the last
The
time,
only
nor
universe
is it
we
the
can
worst
measure
science that's
is
backed
our
by some of the
own.
ideas this game puts forth.
Therefore,
This
this
game
is
is
the
based on
universe we
bad
exist in.
science. So.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this game is based on bad science, but we haven't gotten to
talking
the one
about
yet where they
tautology?
use they talk about
1
a
plus 1
sort of
equals
bad
2
science
is a
that was
form
also
of
used significantly for
tautology also,
justification
right?
of eugenics.
The left and right
Ah.
sides of the equation say the same thing.
That's sophistry.
Are you sure?
Anyway, I get what you're trying to say, Akane. Maybe, somewhere in this world, there are an infinite number of histories where we were executed by the Gatling guns.
I mean, at least
But we
two.
don't know
Yeah.
that those histories really exist. Basically, because we're dead in those histories. The dead can't observe the world. Only those who are still alive can do that. Therefore, we exist here.
That's awful
Now.
lifeist of you, Carlos.
Yeah. Quit looking at the camera.
The opposite of what I just explained could be true as well. The universe could be not meant for humanity. Maybe there's one not limited by gravity, where they travel faster than light. You can't say for sure such a universe doesn't exist. If it does, then we could expect that aliens would be interacting together within it.
Okay, now that sounds like fun.
Maybe that was the universe God had
Is
intended
that
in
where
the
Diana
first
got her
place.
hands?
And this one is a failure.
Her alien hands.
So, we exist in the universe got abandoned, huh?
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Oh, God, that would be
guys
so much
talking
better.
Like this, I don't feel like drinking anymore. Kinda getting the feeling I was an idiot for acting like we won the lottery. I mean, don't you
odds
agree?
are way worse than
There could be
216.
a history somewhere out there that's happier than ours right now. Then maybe it's really true.
Yeah, maybe there's a history out there where
might
we
be
won
in the
that coin flip and
history
Zero just
God
let us go.
abandoned.
Now announcing the current casualties. Q Team, Q, Mira, Eric.
Yay!
D Team, Diana, Sigma. These 5 are now deceased. As a result, 5 X-Passes will be revealed. I, Kill, Fool, Moon, Fate. That is all.
Every time they call him Fool, I am happy.
Only Phi is still alive.
Sorry. Forget what I just said. Huh. Seems like we're the ones with the best luck. God hasn't gone and abandoned us.
What do you mean?
Didn't you hear that announcement? 5 X-Passes were released. The only one left to die is Phi from D-Team, and then we...
Junpei!
You know what? I had that
Don't
coming.
you ever say that, even if it's a joke.
He's never going to get his Green Lantern ring charged at this rate.
So part of me is like, yeah, you're an ass for saying it, and part of me is like, Akane, you killed multiple people. You don't have to play a stance here.
No, she killed like 4 people and they all basically deserved it.
Also was predestined to happen.
Actually 3, but yeah.
Are we counting alternate timelines?
No. This is the timeline off the true ending of 999, where the only people that actually died were the 3 dudes that were part of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Oh, hey Carlos, where's Junpei?
And something happened days afterwards.
No idea.
Hongo
He's
got
already
arrested.
gone when I
It
woke
comes
up.
up.
Okay.
It's locked.
They actually do address that.
Did Junpei do this?
You think he woke up first and then
Like, I
locked
mean, if you
us
remember,
in?
at the end of 999, he was
It's been a
tied
long
up
time
and
since
gagged
you've
in the
seen
back
each
of the
other,
SUV.
right?
So,
Maybe now
Yeah.
he's Zero's accomplice.
That's not possible. The Junpei I know would never do something like that to us.
Sorry. It was just one of the possibilities.
Junpei,
You know, this has been on my mind for a while. But what exactly is he to you, Akane? It's hard to believe that you two just knew each other in grade school.
Junpei, he's very... Yes, he's very important to me. All my life, I've never really had many friends to call my own.
That's surprising. I would have taken you as the type guys and girls all fawn over in Japan.
Oh, you're very kind, thank you. But that's not exactly... Junpei always said I was a girl who always said what shouldn't be said. I never found myself bullied or anything, but it still seemed as if people considered me something of an odd girl. Junpei was different. He told me he'd rush to my aid whenever I was troubled. Once, when we were young, I was crying over something and he faced the enemy alone.
He sounds like he's a comic book hero.
Yes. To me he is, at the very least. But this past year has completely changed him.
Seems to me like he's the exact
It's like Frank
opposite.
Miller's writing him.
If it was because of me somehow,
He's the 90s
then
Iron
this time
Age
I need to
version of
rush to his aid.
Junpei.
That's what I've decided.
Oh, that would explain
anyway.
a lot.
You really like Junpei, don't you?
What in the world are you saying, Carlos?
I'm out of my depth when it comes to romance. My coworkers do always come to me with their stories, though. So I can tell.
For some fucking reason.
Just by looking. I can tell if someone's in love.
Does that mean there isn't anyone like that for you? That important?
There is. I love my little sister very much. She's a sunshine on my life.
Oh, so a sister complex.
Ah, you're horrible.
Consider it payback for earlier. Now then, nothing will come from just sitting around here. How about we find a way out?
Right. I bet you're eager to see your dearest love as soon as you can.
Ah, Carlos!
Get fucked.
I do actually really like Carlos.
Yeah.
As a character.
Yeah, no, Carlos is actually a decent addition to the cast. Unfortunately, we also got Eric.
Well, this explains the finding the Junpei.
I don't know what you're talking about. These are mannequin parts.
Yeah, sure.
Certainly not like I included a dismemberment warning in the content warnings at the start of this.
True.
See, Carlos is pretty sure that arm is fake.
Yeah, there's always room for gelatin.
Ah, make gelatin.
I mean, we are in the pantry.
Left or right? Right or left?
We can view secret potato message.
Dudler.
Oh, Dudler.
As you can see here, we have the instructions for making gelatin. Powder, water, mold. You pour water in the mold, then you pour the gelatin powder in. You put it in the thing to chill.
Then you make a body for Junpei.
Oh, right. It's not this. I think it's the mold that does it. So we've got left door and right door. We've got these fairly obvious keypads over here. We have the code from the potatoes. Which in this
Down, up,
instance
down.
is-
Left, right.
well, this is the right door, so we go backwards basically.
Oh, left, right to left, yeah.
Smart.
We get this doll manual showing that
Warm.
warm and cool. We get this bottle of water. Yeah, and then over here we got
Dudler.
Dudler.
That probably says something.
Oh, one of these puzzle boxes.
Uh-huh. Like I said, the game uses this 2 or 3 times. Just a turn. This one. I think that's it.
Yep. You have everything you need to make a gelatin body now.
Yep.
Ha!
Get this blue doll.
Mr. Macy's.
And yes.
Left hand plus doll equals.
Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the warm doll.
Yeah.
To chill the gelatin.
Why is reality so?
Whatever could that key be for?
Now,
Is that 529 or 6?
It's 625.
Okay.
Because you immediately go there and you go, oh, I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 and 529. And it's actually not, because you have to keep in mind that it's upside down, because it's the.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah. Which if you add those together. That's torso.
That?
Leg.
What are you looking for?
The other arm.
It's in the freezer. Where the doll was.
Right. Right, because we have the key for the handcuff now.
Yeah. Strangely cold.
I really don't think it wants to win at rock, paper, scissors.
Strangely cold and fleshlight.
What's right with his hand? This is getting morbid.
I'm pretty sure that Connie's gonna know what it is as soon as she sees the ring in the hand, because I assume that's why it's closed.
Nope.
Yep.
It's closed so that we couldn't immediately use it on the palm print reader.
Without heating it up first. Because that's how that works.
Carlos.
Like, I would do something so childish. But I won.
Into the freezer!
Hooray.
How's it going?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
You found it! And by it, I mean a head.
I mean, we knew about this.
Yeah.
We did.
I don't think this is fake.
That look.
And here you guys were thinking that Akane wielding the chainsaw had something to do with Junpei's dismemberment.
Now announcing the current casualties. D-Team, Diana, Phi, Sigma. C-Team, Junpei. These 4 are now deceased. As a result, 4 X-passes will be revealed. Blue, red, milk, jump. That is all.
Horrible! So horrible! Who would do
such a thing.
Also seems really messed up as part of the decision again.
The one who killed Junpei is...
Carlos?
Damn it! Damn it! Break, damn you! Connie?
Yeah, that's about as effective as chainsaws usually are.
Yep.
Junpei. Why? Why? I just don't know anymore.
Damn it. Who would have thought this would happen? All I wanted was to get that $500,000. If only I could save her. Just save Maria. That's all I wanted. And now... Reverie syndrome?
For example... Say there's a PC with basic low-end components. If we played a number of videos all at once on it, what would happen?
The processing speed slows down, of course.
It's not much better than if the computer had froze. What's happening with your younger sister is similar.
You're saying my sister has low
isn't
specs?
Carbon monoxide poisoning
Right.
I think she's an old busted PC.
With Maria, her brain
No,
and
technically
nervous
you're
system
saying that.
seemed to be
I'm
perfectly
implying
fine.
it.
We couldn't figure out the cause until now. Other patients with the same symptoms began appearing recently.
And they have.
Reverie syndrome. A variety of moments flicker in and out of the mind, as if one was constantly dreaming. That's why it's called the daydream or reverie syndrome. There have been no complete recoveries as of yet. However, it seems with the newest medical technology, a few cases have been successful at relieving the symptoms.
Then please, you must do the same for her.
Does little Maria have insurance?
Of course not.
You
This is America.
do understand what's required for treatment, yes?
If I did, Maria will... So that means I absolutely can't die here.
That's why you killed Junpei, isn't it?
What did you say?
You figured you needed to kill someone to save your sister. And that's why you...
Oh, she's got the crazy eyes.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb! Did you forget that you and I are the only ones in this ward? So it's obvious the killer is...
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
It had to have been you, Carlos!
Connie, calm down!
I am calm!
Okay, you're right. I'm the only other one here. But I...
Oh no, it was definitely you who killed him!
Wait, stop!
Yes, there's no other explanation you could possibly think of.
What did you say?
You were the one who killed Junpei. And now, you're going
Certainly
to
not like you've been trapped in here by a serial killer that can knock you out at any time and do it himself if he wanted
No
to.
matter what,
Zero hasn't killed
the world
anybody.
went topsy-turvy
No
this
serial
very
killer.
second.
Okay, you're right on that. Serial killer is the wrong term. Lunatic.
Yes.
I'm going to be
Murderous lunatic.
kill, huh?
He hasn't killed anybody.
If 2 more people die, you can return to your darling little sister.
Hey now, if you kill me, your probability of escape gets pretty high. What? Why'd you run away? Did you feel too threatened by me with this axe? Think. Calmly, think it over again. It's just like any other Code 3.
Once 90 minutes are up, an injector in your bracelet will activate. An anesthetic and an agent to erase your memories will be administered.
Okay, so after we voted at 1330, we were hit with the anesthetic. We awoke in the pantry after 1800. It's 4 hours of time not accounted for. What was I doing during that time? Was I really sound asleep then, or... I just can't remember what happened because of the drugs I was given. Maybe Akane was right, and I... What? Blackout? No, Akane had run off towards control. It might be possible to turn off the lights there. So she did kill Junpei? And she's coming for me. What do I do? What the hell should I do? Think calmly, rationally. Who is the most threatening person here right now? Whoever it was who killed Junpei. So what I need to do is remove that person. Even if it ends up being me. No. What the hell am I thinking? There's no way it could be me. So then...
Ah! There you are!
Damn it. Just who did it?
And now it's time for our decision game of this episode. Who killed Junpei? Now, we obviously all know the real answer.
What does dog do?
Fine, let's be philosophical about this. So there's a lot of things.
Clearly God did it.
There are a lot of things you can put in here. Same thing if you put in somebody from D team, give basically the same response, just saying, like, yeah, the dead cannot kill anyone.
Not kill anyone.
Yeah.
Clearly Junpei killed Junpei.
If you put in Junpei, I'm pretty sure it also just gives you the dead cannot kill anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are only 2 answers it will accept here, either Carlos or Akane. So we'll just start with this one. This is another thing that comes up a few times through the game. There will be a few different instances where we're asked to like, put in the name of somebody.
She'd never do something like that to Junpei.
He's very... Yes, he's very
Is it legitimately only those 2, or does future information reveal a different one?
Then I'm...
Those 2 are the only answer it will accept here. Ever.
Might have been a demon possessed.
Now, mind you, I will tell you right now, neither of them are the
some
ones
kind
that
of
actually killed
parasite.
Junpei in this instance.
Or
But
I'm under hypnosis?
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Whatever it was, I'm... Regardless
but
of
there
the
is no
reason,
actual path for
I
putting
was
in the real
And then
answer.
I forgot I did it because of that damn amnesia drug.
Carlos?
Don't come any closer. I'm dangerous. My body moves against my will. I might kill you next. If that's how it is, then...
Carlos, no!
Impressively, Carlos slits his own throat with a fire axe.
That is impressive.
Quite the spray.
Okay, that slips right into black comedy.
Why did this happen?
That's a good question.
How did this happen? That axe couldn't have been that sharp.
I won't let anyone die.
But people have already died. They failed.
I'm so sorry. You couldn't have killed Junpei. And I...
I will point out whatever emotional weight that scene was supposed to have carried is basically ruined by the fact that Carlos cut his own throat with a fucking fire axe. Yeah, so you can see there's only actually two path splits here. This is if you say Carlos, this is if you say Akane. We will get to some of the other ones as we see them, and you'll see that there are some that actually do accept multiple different answers and have split off paths for every quote-unquote correct answer. Basically every answer that actually has impact and doesn't just spit back an error of some sort.
That's right. Akane. She has to be the one who killed Junpei.
Akane, why did you kill him?
I told you I didn't kill him!
Please note, chainsaws make awful weapons.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, apparently, everyone's blood is under 300 psi of pressure.
I'm sorry. The delay there is what fucking killed me. Just thump.
It's like an old samurai movie.
It really is.
No. I didn't kill.
June.
No, it killed you.
I'm sorry. I couldn't avenge you.
Akane? I just killed...
There, as you can see, leads to that, and we hit a lock.
Yep.
Over here, we have a lock on both sides. All the rest of these, other than the coin flip, we have the mark of completion on. That being said, what we will probably do here is we will go ahead and do the housekeeping stuff on Team Q. So we'll do the other side of the 1330 vote, and then we'll do the the decontamination room one, and then we will probably call it there. So that'll be just a little bit here.
What?
think that was the one we were not supposed to vote for. We'll figure it out real quick.
Your vote has been accepted.
The plot thickens.
Why would you? If Carlos voted for D-Team like he said he would in the note?
Maybe that was the result he was going for. He wanted to kill the 3 in D-Team.
No.
You said it earlier, right, Mira? The note Gab brought? It could have been a trap from C-Team.
Right. But that doesn't mean voting for D-Team can be justified. If it really was a trap, there still isn't a solid reason to go against what it says in the note. Because regardless, as long as Diana doesn't flip on us, we may be screwed anyway.
Mira?
There's no way we can justify it by saying we voted this way in self-defense.
Minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate.
Unless you do something stupid, like all of you vote for a different team and ruin my fucking
Exactly
game.
as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying.
It's his fault for leaving such an obvious loophole in his own goddamn rules.
When you next wake, those who survived will be
Again.
able to regret the decision they made.
Honestly, I kind of
As
expected
all
and
members
wanted
of a
you to take
single
that
team
path.
will perish
I
as a
didn't go and
result.
acquire so much hydrofluoric acid for nothing.
Pleasant dreams.
Alright, and then here's this one. Yeah, so generally anytime you see one that ends in an actual team letter like that, it means there is a version of it for each team.
Let us out! Let us out of here!
How long are you planning on doing that? Bang all you want, it won't open.
Damn it.
Just take a second, calm down. We need cool heads.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Do you know what that button does?
Well, no, but maybe the door opens with it. I really wasn't going to push it though.
Kids are
I mean, it's not like it's gonna blow the place up.
But he could have a very good point. We haven't heard anything from Zero. Just sitting around here is useless. Maybe just one tiny push?
Hey, Mira.
Just kidding. I'm not that reckless.
Don't scare me like that.
But we really don't know much at all. We may be at the point of crazy decisions. The only thing we know for sure is what time it is.
1808.
It must have been around 13:30 when we fell asleep in the lounge. So,
4.5 hours?
Wow, you calculated that fast. And at your age, even.
Was it good?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Seems you still have that problem with numbers, Eric. I recall you having trouble calculating change when we first met.
Hey, come on now.
Is that how you two met? I want to hear!
Yeah? My face has got to be all red. I still remember every detail. The fateful encounter was on a Monday. The sky that morning in Nebraska was full of thick clouds, though the gloom cleared in an instant, like a miracle. I always mustered up my best smile for customers, even the boring regulars I was tired of seeing. I still offered the most delicious ice cream to them. I was getting sick of
So
it,
I shit
though.
you not, one of the the reason why
don't
one of
think it was
Eric's
my work I was
X passes is
unsatisfied with.
ice is literally because he
I
worked
really
at an ice
truly
cream
love
store.
ice cream. As the days passed, everything felt hollow. As if
There is
was a
literally
hole in
no
my
other
heart.
significance to the word ice to Eric
I thought it
than
was just
he worked
another
at an ice
normal
cream
day.
store.
I wasn't expecting the moment it changed. I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't think such a beautiful sight existed in this world. My God, the feelings that hit me. I'd never felt anything like that before. That was when I realized this had to be a miracle. Mira entered my life. She was an angel that looked like a customer.
Shouldn't it be the other way?
The details aren't important. You look like you don't understand. Well, I don't blame you. I didn't get it either. Mira was just such a vivacious vision of beauty. I was just a lowly ice cream shop employee. Next to that, there was no way I would be a good match. But then Mira...
Cut it out. Me, an angel? You gotta be kidding.
But it's true. You really are an angel to me, Mira.
It's like you're a completely different person now, Eric.
Yeah, you're not a colossal asshole when you're talking about how you met Mira.
Your face was pretty scary.
Did I frighten you that much?
Yeah?
Oh. Gosh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You were probably just rattled about what's happened to us. I could tell you were a nice person under all that.
He's not.
What are you? You're an odd duck.
Looks like you've gone back to your dopey expression again. I guess you calmed down, huh?
Dopey? Man, you're really harsh, Mira. But yeah, I'm okay now. That's right, I'm fine. I can definitely smile no matter what.
I wonder why Zero decided to lock us up in here anyway.
Sexual gratification.
Seems like
Yeah.
too much effort for it to be just a
I was
joke.
gonna say, it's his kink.
A lot of money was pumped into this whole thing.
Maybe all of this is supposed to be part of the decom experiment?
Yeah, what
They
if we send a
wanted to
psychopath to
investigate how a
Mars?
closed space affected change on emotions, right?
But then why did they want
Which one?
normal people like us to apply? Wouldn't you want people
All.
in helpful professions to go to Mars? Like military officials, researchers, other skilled professionals like that.
Oh
Maybe
God,
the
no! Why
reason
risk
they
those
chose
people?
civilian subjects is because they're planning to send those kinds of people to Mars in the future.
Yeah,
That
those
sounds right.
kinds of people.
Strangers
Oh, we're
living
sending
together on
Elon
Mars
Musk
for an
first
extended period
before
of
we
time.
terraform it.
What kind of problems would that bring? How would the subjects figure out solutions to the resulting troublesome situations? According to the DCOM staff, that's what the experiment was trying to determine.
Like the chair-bound old man. They put us in a difficult position on purpose, to observe how we'd get out.
The sponsor is a civilian organization that hopes to expand business worldwide. Maybe they expect to be part of
Yeah,
a
so by the way, this
colonization of
isn't like
Mars in the future.
a government program or anything.
Colonizing
It's
Mars?
literally some private company doing this whole experiment.
Hey, have you ever heard this before? If you want to transport live koi from Brazil to Japan, putting only koi fish in an aquarium will result in most of them dying. But by adding something to that same container, you won't lose a single one.
What is it?
A piranha.
A piranha?
But how does that even work?
I guess their self-preservation instincts kick in.
I get it. The fish become so afraid of the piranha that they make an effort to live. That nervous state becomes the power to keep them alive.
Uh-huh. In order to survive, you need that sense of urgency.
I see. So, for
No,
an
you
actual
don't.
Mars mission, it'd be a good idea to have a murderer on the crew, huh?
That's stupid.
Kidding!
Eric, don't say scary things like that.
She's totally into it.
Oh, so maybe all this stuff is something similar. Living quietly in decom becomes boring, so the emotional state will fade. If you intentionally inject a sense of emergency...
A little late, perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results. All 3 groups have voted for different teams. Therefore, none have been executed.
Yay!
Current death count, 0. I can't say this is an ideal situation for any of us involved. It appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game. Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed. I will give you one last chance. A single action from you may result in your escape from the depths. What must you do? It's simple. I shall show you. The other 2 teams are listening to a message just like this one. In their ward's decontamination room.
What?
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each. Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
No!
It's not only acidic enough to melt a body, but it even dissolves glass and iron. Explaining what would happen if you were under it seems unnecessary.
I'm gonna show it when it happens.
That button on the wall is your way to freedom. Using it will kill the other teams, and you will obtain the needed X passes to escape. I have one final thing to tell you. The early bird gets the worm. After the first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit is 3 minutes. What will you do? Will you press it or refuse? It is ultimately all up to you to decide.
Oh, we gotta hurry or we'll die!
Don't worry. We need to trust the others.
The others, you say? What the hell do you know?
Hey! Stop! Where did the nice Eric go?
Shut the hell up, you fucking brat!
Why, Eric?
Ah!
That's a face.
Yep.
Mira?
At least he's quiet now. I'll leave the rest of this up to you.
Huh?
It'll be interesting to see how you handle this.
What?
Time to decide. I'm a child. I have no sense of right or wrong.
I have my whole life to live. Thwack.
What happened?
I see. Interesting.
Did you push the button?
Does this mean we're going to be saved?
Not even a full second, huh?
The others will...
You killed them! C-Team and D-Team are gonna...
No, we did. We had to do this so we could
Eric,
survive.
can we take a step back here
There
and
was
not
no way
pretend like
around
you
it.
weren't literally making a fucking dash for the button?
It's not my fault!
I
told you
I'll be
from the
honest, I
start
thought our
not to
choice
push
was
it.
going to be to headbutt him in the
What are
balls
you
or
talking
not.
about? It
And it was going to be him who
obvious
pressed the button.
You were planning on
If
pressing
only the
it.
game was that creative.
You're the one who actually did! It was your hand! You pushed it!
You made a wise decision. You sacrificed the lives of others in order to continue your own survival.
0.
It truly is a natural human reaction. You simply made an emergency evacuation. The action is legally justifiable.
Still not legal.
Well, it's not like they're going to try him as an adult for this.
And it is perfectly legal in Zero a stand.
But you must all sleep again.
On that note, I have confirmed we are still in the pod.
1929.
You have done exactly as I commanded. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the three of you.
No.
Doesn't mean he hasn't declared himself
I
the zone
didn't do it.
independent nation by now.
He's the one who pushed it. So he's...
I am a sovereign citizen. I do not recognize your legal
But I already told
system.
you. I didn't kill anybody. I was only watching. Dad.
You weren't watching. You were
just
unconscious.
Watching. No. Chris didn't do
I mean, I
anything wrong.
tried, but that doesn't count.
I was the one who...
Oh, wow.
Please, forgive him, Dad. Cold. It's cold. The water was so cold.
Pleasant dreams.
Mom.
Well, I think I know why one of his code things is lake.
It's more complicated than you think. Alright, and so the one last housekeeping thing to do here is... Oh, right, we actually have a ending off of that. But after that, the one last housekeeping thing we'll do before calling it a day for the stream is we'll go and get the other execution cutscenes. And we should be able to do that just by bouncing real quick to the votes.
Yeah. Where are we?
I think it's the decontamination room.
Decontamination?
Metal Gear.
I think we've been.
Trapped in this room before.
Is it just deja vu?
I have a bad feeling about this.
So do I.
Wait, this button.
It's the same for you, Carlos?
You feel it as well?
Yeah, not just her. I sense it too. Somehow, this button is very important.
Huh. Maybe we lost our memories of it.
The drugs. In the bracelets.
Then, what in the world?
This is...
The lounge?
What happened in the decontamination room?
Inconvenient if you forgot to cause the deaths of others.
That's right. That button.
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. D-Team, Diana, Phi, Sigma. These 6 are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-Passes will be revealed. Dream, Key, Quark, Mom, Deer, Arm.
Huh.
That is all.
It's a lie! Everyone!
Everyone is Kang the Conqueror.
Eric.
Oh no. What have I done?
No need to blame yourself. All you did was make the right choice.
But...
Forget about it. We need to focus on what's next. We have 6 passwords. So can't we leave?
I overreacted. A bit. But you know, maybe
Get
it's
the, words?
better this way.
Yeah, just checking real quick to make sure.
What I mean
remember all
is,
6 of them.
I know we're all in danger from this game. But instead of being forced to kill each other, it's just a vote and a press of a button.
Yeah. Plus, we're just put to sleep after. So to suddenly learn the whole thing is over?
Wait, what if it's not just that? The amnesia drugs. In the bracelets. Maybe we didn't get injected this time, but what if every time we wake up, we have to go through the same scenario over and over again? And we're put to sleep after each one. Our memories of it gone.
Give it up. We don't need to talk about this. Let's just get out of here.
He's right. Let's...
Wait! Are we forgetting someone? That's so mean.
Why in the...
Let's see if we can get it off. Hey, about before, you were saying we're repeating our actions with no memories. It's like the Sleeping Beauty problem.
The Sleeping Beauty what?
It's one of the famous paradoxes.
You see,
The
Disney
experiment
wants to claim
starts on a
copyright on
Sunday.
stories that have
The
been...
subject is put to sleep, and then a coin is flipped. If it's heads, the subject is woken up on Monday, asked a question, and put to sleep again. And that's it. That's all they do for heads.
And if it's tails?
They're woken up on Monday, asked a question, and put to sleep.
But that's just the same as heads.
To that point, it is. But it's different after that. After the subject falls asleep again, their memories from Monday are erased. They are then asked the same question again on Tuesday.
What's the question?
What was the probability it was heads?
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Hey, how is that a problem then? It's obvious. There's a 50-50 chance of it being heads.
You'd think so, normally. But when you're being asked it, there are 3 positions you could be in. The coin was heads. It is Monday. The coin was tails. It is Monday. And the coin was tails. It is Tuesday. That would make the probability of it being heads as 1 in 3, right?
No. I don't think so. It's a coin, so it'll always be 50-50 odds no matter what.
Okay, let's change some things. If heads appears, it's the same as before. But if it's tails, it ends up repeating 10,000 times.
10,000?
Wake, question, sleep, memory erased. Wake, question, sleep, memory erased. Go through this 10,000 times. Does the probability still stay as 50-50 after all that? Thinking about it, wouldn't the chances of it being tails be higher than heads?
If you put it that way, yeah.
Eric over here, a dumbass, like,
So,
no, it's a coin. It's always 50-50.
which one is correct?
No one knows. They don't have an answer yet. Even the scientists can't decide between 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. It's an unsolved problem.
Huh. You know a lot about this.
I read a random book on it once. Well, it was on metempsychosis, but they deal with basically the same thing.
Metempsychosis? What is it?
Wouldn't waking up without your memories be just like being reborn?
Oh, yeah, that sounds similar.
I'm not really sure.
You don't believe in it?
I meant there's no real meaning. Because when you're reborn, all the memories you had during your past life are already gone, right? Well, that means metempsychosis isn't really needed.
If there's no memories, there's no point? Well, no one can perfectly remember things that happened when you were a kid. Hell, sometimes you can't even remember something from a month ago.
Look, this is
So,
all nonsense.
Right, 5
going by
minutes.
what you said,
I would like to exit this
everything you
conversation
did
now.
before a month ago has no meaning?
How long realistically can they be messing with that chain before they realize they
really
can't get
are
enough
that
light?
important for making you who you are.
What is important then?
Well, something must be. Well, it looks like we can't do anymore.
We're gonna have to give up here.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
No way around it. We did everything we could.
Come on, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's Quark, I think.
Yeah, it's Quark.
I'm trying to remember what Junpei's for this particular path was.
Ah, I was right. It was Junpei's.
Yes! It opened!
Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's wrong?
What are you doing?
I can't go.
Huh?
I can't leave him behind. Sorry. I decided that I'd stay here too. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I don't have memories? I know nothing about the outside world, so I guess I didn't really want to leave. Did I make the right choice?
No,
Or
you're stupid.
was it the
Holy shit, a
wrong
talking dog.
Yeah, that must be it.
Okay, so real quick now, I think if we go here and do... one, yeah.
Just trying to unlock the other.
Yeah, we're just gonna unlock
couple.
the other execution scenes real quick.
Just help you.
Diana? Diana!
Fi, where are we?
I think it's the healing room.
Hey! Open this door!
What is this color?
No idea. Zero must have put them on us, but
Let's take them off.
we
It
can't.
really doesn't match my outfit.
There's no hole for a key.
There must be a way.
Now for the voting results. The team who received 2 votes is you, D-Team. As such, according to the rules, D-Team will be executed.
No!
Damn it!
Why? What's Q Team thinking? If they were going to choose us, then there was no point in sending Gab.
really quickly. There's
That's
a button
true,
so you can at least
but-
take the other 2 teams with you.
There has to be a trick to this
Doing
game.
it!
Something
if only.
nonsensical. Illogical, maybe.
You're trying hard. So you decided to kill all of you. In a way, they are the true culprit.
Would you stop
No.
talking nonsense?
Zero! You won't get away with this! I swear I'll...
Sigma, let's jump.
What?
May you rest in peace. Logita acta est fabula.
I think if we come over here and do the Q team as D team now, we should see the Q team scene. Also, real quick. Applaud, the play is over.
Ah.
What exactly did...
And if this doesn't trigger it, we just have to go back over to C team real quick and vote for Q team.
Diana? Diana!
Yeah, that's that one again.
Yeah, it partially takes from just like what the most recent votes were.
Ah.
There is technically like an ideal way to do this to get through it as quickly as possible, but that involves jumping between the teams. Really doing so.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Hey, Mira, wake up!
Where are we?
I think this is the pod room.
Damn it! It's no use! It's locked and won't open!
What's with this collar?
I don't know. It was on my neck when I woke up.
You fucking brat! It has to be you!
Fuck you too.
It's not! Eric! Stop!
And tell us how to get this thing off!
I don't...
A door.
Maybe it's...
Is this another exit?
And now for the voting results. The team who received 2 votes is you, Q-Team.
It's almost like they knew you, Eric.
As such, according to the rules, Q-Team will be executed.
What are you saying?
This is a joke, right?
So it was a trap set up by C-Team.
The world is full of possibilities. You have caused one of them to become realized. That's all it is.
What the heck? What is this?
Take it off! I said take it off!
Ah! Open, damn it!
May you rest in peace. Morscanta Oregata.
All right, so with that, you can see now on the flowchart here, we have all teams survived, C-Team executed, Q-Team executed, and D-Team executed. And we've also gone through all the fragments we currently have available as both C-Team and D-Team. So join us next time when we start going through the Q-Team path. And then probably get started on unlocking some of the other fragments that aren't currently unlocked. But until then, please join us on Tuesday evening for something. I don't know if we actually made the decision yet what we're doing.
I don't think we did.
That'll be something.
Still in progress.
Then join us again next Saturday for some more Atelier Ryza. And join us back here on Sunday for the Q-Team path, or the early fragments of Q-Team, Zero Time Dilemma. Until then, I've been your host, Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been Shiv.
I've been Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, everyone.